was a comment that was made on Facebook the other day about being a submissive woman. They were saying that a submissive woman controls her man, and I agree with that. I think until we begin to talk in honesty and transparency and stop pandering to both sides, especially to the sisters, because there is so much entitlement, and because men have been quiet for so long, and it's been the men that has been quiet were the type of men that y'all really need to be listening to. The men that doing the most talking ain't the ones, they don't have nothing to say anyway.
What's good? It's your boy Quay Price, man, holding it down for Kandid Konvos. Definitely check us out every Wednesday night, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. People today, they lazy. Ain't nobody trying to put in no work. If stuff start getting a little rough in the relationship or in the marriage, ain't nobody trying to fix nothing. Like, I mean, that's how people's mindsets are today. Yeah, but that's how I know that folks don't truly understand what marriage was about, because they tap out way too easy. Yeah, you see people fight harder for a job, like they can't go get another one of them in 2 weeks. Yeah, she's talking about these guys coming to these foreign countries and sourcing out these foreign women because they possess these character traits. Yep, they're more cooperative when it comes to a man, or they're more cooperative when it comes to a marriage and a relationship. They're more, nurturing forward when it comes to a relationship. They're more I don't even want to use the word soft, but I'll use the word soft. They're softer when it comes to, these relationships and interactions with men and so forth. And like I said, we definitely got to be honest. We see a difference, right? We see a difference. And I think, Chloe and Tay made some good points earlier. A lot of this stuff is based around money over here in the West. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Kandid Konvos. I'm your host, Quay Price. We got Coco on deck. We got Vince on deck. Say what's up to the people, y'all.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back.
Okay, welcome back. Man, let's just shout out to y'all, man. You know how y'all do, man. We missed a day and just everybody be honest. We missed a day, man. Well, man, shout out to y'all, man. If y'all haven't already, smash that like button. Likes are free. Smash that like button, man. Smash that like button for us if you haven't already. Let me I'm gonna mute you for 1 sec, Coco. Smash that like button if you haven't already, man. We appreciate y'all, man. And also, man, hit that share, man. Hit that share, man. So we want to get this content out to as many of our people as possible, man, so that we can move us in a better direction, man. So a couple things we always need y'all to do, man. Smash that like button, hit that share, turn on the notifications, and Light up that comment section. It's real simple, man. That's all we be asking for y'all to do. Yeah, we ain't came at y'all about no money. We ain't did none of that. Hit that like button. Hit the share. Like I said, help us get the content out. Help us get seen out here, man. Y'all know how YouTube work, man. So help us out with that. Help us out with that. All right, cool. Let me do this real quick as we get into this conversation. So here's a link to join us on the panel. You can drop this in your Google Chrome, your Microsoft Edge, coming through your Apple device. Man, come on through your old whack Apple device, man. Join us on the panel, man. Don't be scared. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to be hating on the Apple users, but don't be scared. But yeah, we got this link right here in the video feed. We also have this in the chat feeds as well. So you can catch it at the Kandid Konvos page on YouTube or Facebook, where we are currently live right now. So let's definitely catch it in the chat feed if you ain't too scared. We'll leave it up here a little bit as we get into this conversation. Okay, let me see what we got going on. All right, let me check in with the peoples real quick. Let me just see who's checking in with us tonight. Let me know if y'all need that link. All right, see what we got in the building. See, shout out to Kenyatta in the building. She said, happy Wednesday. What's going on, Kenyatta? Appreciate you hopping on with us tonight, holding us down. Appreciate you. Donovan said, hey, fam, what up, though? What's going on, man? Appreciate you holding us down as well. As we say up in the D, what up, though? Let's see, Donovan also said, yeah, where y'all been hiding? Man, man, we be needing time off too, man. We got to take some vacation days here and there. Like y'all y'all be on our head about that, man. But yeah, we ain't too far away. We ain't too far away. See, y'all said, yeah, because y'all can't take a day off, man. That's how they do us. That's how they do us. That's how they do us. See, Donovan said Android, and let's see, where is that? Yeah, no, for sure. You know, nobody like no Apple stuff around here, man. You know what it is, Donovan. You know what it is, man. You know what it is, man. Let's see. Shout out to the real one in the building. Say hello, everyone. It's one of our mods. What's going on, the real one? Appreciate you holding us down. I said definitely keep the chat feed in check for us, man. Keep the chat feed in check for us, just in case. All right. So we got a full crew tonight. So we got Beatboxer. Just let me check in on Beatboxer, man. I know last time we chatted, Beatboxer, you was talking about 31 inches of snow or something, man. How did that end up going, man?
Yeah, it was about 16 inches. Yeah, so it was unfortunate. But yeah, we schools were closed for a couple of days, and it became ice too. So it was like 5 degrees, 4 degrees. So like once it started snowing again, it just caught it was like about 6 inches of ice and snow. So I had to get not a shovel, but like a garden shovel and start smashing smashing it up and stuff. So yeah, man, Northeast, man. So, I mean, you guys know.
Yeah.
So y'all know.
I was just about to say, man, you ain't telling me that, man. Yeah, we get the same nonsense, man. We clear right now. I don't know how long that's gonna last, but we get the same nonsense up here. All right, good to hear y'all still safe, man. Good to hear y'all still safe down there. All right, cool. We're gonna get right on into this, man. Like I said, we've been getting right to it and getting up out of here, man. So we gonna keep it moving. So let me drop this topic. Topic for the night. Black men aren't ambitious. Hold on, I think that's the wrong one. Hold on, let me make sure I get the right one. Coco, throw us the good one up there. Where the good one at? Where the good one at? There it go. Black men aren't ambitious. Okay, so I'm gonna leave us. I like.
Come on, KP. We got new branding. Come on with the new branding.
I gotta get it together, my man. I gotta get it together. I'm trying to get the view right. I'm trying to see what I like. Yeah, we'll play right there for now. All right, cool. So yeah, black men aren't ambitious. Man, that's what we talking tonight. Let's see. Donovan says who? Yeah, we're about to get on into that. Donovan. So we got a couple videos down here tonight. Man, he's some crazy. All right, let me just go and get on into it.
Who is willing to take care of you is a man who is willing to take care of you, the kids, and the household, but has no ambition worth staying with.
When you say take care of, what do you mean?
He pays all the bills. He take care of the kids. He step in.
How he do that with no ambition?
No, he got money. I want more.
You know what?
And he's complacent.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the year when the job market is cooked, when the housing market is cooked, when people are walking away from their children, you got somebody at home that is paying your bills. He is taking care of you, and he is taking care of your kids, and you are figuring out, should I leave him? Are you cool?
Unfortunately, for a lot of men, there are so many women telling them you have to be more ambitious. And it's because they want the ambition to look like what they want it to look like. But his ambition is waking up every day and going to work, waking up every day and showing up for my children, showing up for my home. Like, that's just as ambitious. You know how ambitious you have to be when you are going through depression. Your girl is telling you you need to do more, and then you don't feel like you're good enough, but she don't know the mental and emotional and spiritual battles that you have and how you still trying to show up for your home. That's ambition, baby. Take a moment, read, I think it's 1 Timothy 5:8. Because what it talks about is a man who neglects his home is the same as a man who denies his faith. This man is taking care of his home. There is faith and grace in that. He is being provisional. He's still leading. So we have to acknowledge that, because if not, you're going to lose that. Like, that's a gem, baby.
I make my own money. I make
Okay.
more than him.
Ooh.
Right?
And you said he pays all the bills,
Yeah.
and you make more money.
Yeah.
You mentioned that you make more money than him, and I want you to know that was not done by mistake. That was a systemic thing that was put into place so that the black woman can be elevated to start looking at they men like they're not doing enough.
No.
It is very intentional, the fact that you make more money, and even though your man is showing up for you, you start looking at him for like, why can't you do more?
The fact that this man is covering the bills, even though he knows you make more, let me tell you what he's doing. This man is willing to maybe put things on pause so that you can elevate. Think about it. What you make becomes almost just yours. What you choose to do, you have the freedom to pivot and pivot and pivot. Try this, go to school, because this man is saying, I'm going to sacrifice and take care of the foundational things so that you can have a choice whether or not you want to work or not. And so when you saying that man lacked ambition, I just think it's ambition in a direction you can't recognize.
Man, I don't even know if I got the let me see if I can find the right one. I don't even know what the right yeah, I don't even know what the right one is. I don't even.
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
Yeah. Okay, so that was video number 1. So y'all all saw that. So drop a comment, let me know what y'all think about what the young lady said. Let me check in with the comments real quick. Donovan said, let's see, she said that she wants more. No matter what, let's see, no matter what any man does, hypergamy is the problem. Okay, all right. I appreciate that comment right there, Donovan. Let's see, he said if she was given more, she'd still demand more. Yeah, I'm noticing a little bit of that. Yeah, I'm noticing a little bit of that out here. He also says she's quite selfish. Yeah, I'm hearing that as well. Shout out to the Real Black Lexicon in the building. He said, greeting Quay and panelists. What's going on, Black Lexicon? Appreciate you hopping on with us tonight. Let's see. He also said that was the right one. Yeah, no, that's the only one that made sense, man. Yeah, that was the only sound effect that made sense. Let's see. Donovan said, need to play that Family Feud. I don't know if I got that one, man. That's yeah, I gotta step my game up a little bit. Well, I might have that. Yeah, I got that. All right, see, Kenyatta said, let's see, Welp, I hate Donovan work so many hours. Let's see, Welp, I hate Donovan work so many hours. I want time. Yeah, I've heard that before as well, Kenyatta. I understand. Let's see, the Black Lexicon, let's see, more means less of her, but she don't see that. Okay, valid point right there, valid point. All right, well, I'm coming to the panel, man. Yeah, I don't even be knowing no more, man. I'm coming to the panel, man. Coco, beatboxer, you rubbing on your face already, man. What's up? Is you up first, man? What's up, man?
Yeah. I'll be quick, but it seems like sometimes when I hear, um, I feel as though that some of these people are paid actors. I don't know. Like it's so some of the stuff that's said is so insane. Um, this guy pays all your bills. You don't have to pay anything, and you're mad, or you want more. I don't get it. I'm speechless. I'm confused. I mean, that's the best it's ever probably going to get for her. So I don't get it. I don't know. You want him to make more and then not be around you, because that's what happens when you make more money. You're not going to be around. And then also the one lady with the dreads. I'm tired of some of the stuff that's said in black spaces that just aren't true. That black women make more than black women. That's just not true. I don't know why how many times we got it that keeps being said. It was a systemic assistant. No, black men make more. In fact, in 2025 and 2026, black men have passed white women in earnings weekly. I think y'all should look at that. So um, I just get tired of hearing that. That like if you're a woman and you keep consistently meeting men who make less than you, that's just your lane, and that's okay. It doesn't mean they're bums. I don't get what like if a man makes less than you, then they're a bum. I don't know, man. Y'all got it.
Nah, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Coco, I know you want to say anything, yeah?
I was just gonna say that I agree that I think that some of this can't be real. I do think that there's an element of paid actors going on. I really do think that because some of the stuff that gets said, this can't be real. I mean, if it is, then it's worse than I thought. But so I agree with you. I don't know where the stats are coming from. I mean, lately I've been seeing people just pull stats really in air. I don't even know where they're getting these stats from. Like it's crazy, right? Like, but I will say this, like, there is a little bit of an element of, I see you, Nico. There is a little bit of element of a systemic, I guess. I think there is something to it. I'm not saying that she's right in saying that Black women in general are earning more than Black men. I'm not really sure where they're pulling that stat from. It's just not anywhere where I can find it. I don't see it anywhere when I look around. But I do think that there has been a concentrated effort for the Black woman to be elevated above her man. I do believe that this is an agenda. I'm not saying at all that I think that this is the reason why we're where we're at, because I feel like there have been plenty of women who have come through and married men and they've made more money and they've had successful marriages. And so I don't think we should start using this as an excuse or, throwing this out there like it's something that should stop us from being able to be successfully married. It's, in relationships. But I do think that there is this element of making the Black man almost seem just not enough and useless in some way, shape, or form, especially to their women. It's not true, but I do believe that it is a narrative that is being pushed, right? But I think that when women say these types of things, I always want to ask them, like, well, to just kind of explain what it does more look like for you. Because what you're complaining about right now, another woman is like, I wish I had that. Like, that's her more. What you have going on is her version of more. And you have it. And now you're saying, well, I want more than that. So what's your version of more? Like, how much would a man need to be doing in order for you to find him valuable, or order for you to feel like he's doing enough? Like, how much more would he need to be doing? And I just feel like it points out the fact that the problem, once again, is not the man. That at some point we have to realize that the root of the issue is really with you, because why aren't you finding why aren't you finding contentment, right? Like you've achieved what you've been able to achieve. You're doing well for yourself. You do have a man in your life who does love you, does care for the children, is there, is providing all the foundational, essential things. So basically same thing that Ace said, like you're able to kind of take your money and, okay, how do you want to use your money? How do you want to direct your money? Do you want to invest it? Do you want to, you now have the freedom to sort of make those decisions. He's freed you up to be able to do that, right? I guess what version of more are you searching for? And will you find it in a man, or is it something that you need to figure out about yourself? I think that we're expecting the task that we're giving men is for the men to figure out how to make us happy, for the men to figure out how to make us whole, for the men to figure out how to solve all of our problems. And I think that a lot of times for us, it's coming back to financial. And if all of your problems, or you believe that they're going to be solved financially, then you don't really understand what your real issue is. Because your problems are not going to be solved with finances. So I'll just land. You're muted.
Yeah, no, my bad. No, I appreciate that comment right there. Man, see, we got Vince on deck. We got Nico Jr. joining us tonight. We got Civil on deck with us as well. We got Janice down in these comments. Janice, I feel like I need to send you that link. Janice. Vince, what you think, Vince? Do I need to send her that link, man? Come off mute real quick, Vince. I need to send Janice that link.
I think she's scared.
I see her
She
down
ain't
in
never
these
scared.
comments.
You ain't scared, Johnny's.
Janice, let me know if you need that link. All right, let me check in with the fellas. I said fellas on the panel. Vince, Nico, Silva. I know if y'all want to say something, just come off mute. Go ahead, Vince. I see you off.
Yeah, I think this particular lady was doing it for the show, because it seemed like a act. But I can say that when I hear these things, because I talk to a lot of people, when I hear these things about how men are not ambitious, I ask a particular person, well, was he ambitious in the first place? And most of the time it's, I didn't think about it. I didn't know. I thought he would want more. So I would say, well, that was kind of in your picking, because that's the man you chose. But what I can say to this ambitious point is that I think that some of our men are coming up short generationally, because I think most men are not able to pivot like men of old. I remember my father-in-law saying, "Oh, I got laid off at Ford for a couple years." He said, I went to work at the gas station. I painted some houses. I changed some brakes. I did whatever I had to do to put money in the house. And I think that those were men of my generation fathers. I'm talking about probably the 60s, the 70s. And I think that that's a problem with men not being in the home. I think a lot of men don't learn essential things to be able to pivot and do more. I think women do, because their mothers kind of push them to know more. So women will, for instance, be a Cena and do hair and do taxes and clean houses or babysit. Men, some of our men, and we got to be honest, fellas, they just cool with one job. If they lose that job, then I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm depressed. I want to sit around and play video games. You know what I'm saying? So I understand the psyche of where that comes from. But I think it's a generational thing. I definitely, because I don't care. I can't remember last time I seen boys out there shoveling the snow. I don't know what kind of neighborhood y'all live in, but I don't see little boys out shoveling the snow. like teenagers. Like I've never heard my bell ring one time. Hey, sir, you need for me to hit your snow for you? Hey, sir, you need for me to rake those leaves for you? Now, mind you, I might have a service, but if the snow on the ground, service might not come. You might hit your nice little $50 lick. But
Yeah.
they not being taught. They being taught, oh, it's cold outside. You
Well,
know, they got them Yeezy slides on, and it's 5 degrees outside.
yeah. So to speak to that though, I think Vince, that particular point that you just made about not seeing that, you know, going on outside like we used to, that's honestly that's a parent problem. Yep, and what I mean by that is a lot of folks who came through in the later generations, I'll say my age bracket, you know, maybe a little older than me, they, now that they're adults, they act like they had such a hard life. So they want to make sure that their kids have it so much better than they had. But what they don't realize is now the kids are lacking responsibility. Like they're lacking accountability. They're lacking that go-getter. So that point that you made about, you know, the fellas being okay with the one job and all that, like, you know, we came through at a time where we was ready to do anything to generate some income. So it was cutting grass, it was delivering papers, you know what I'm saying? It was raking leaves, it was shoveling snow, it was whatever hustle you could come up with to get some money in your pocket, right? But now, even income generation looks different. You know, these young folks that was the same age that we were, now they over here talking about streaming. You know what I'm saying? They on Twitch making 10,000 a month, you know, while we was shoveling snow and cutting grass for $50 licks, you know what I'm saying? Like you just said. So it looks a little different. But before that, I think that starts at the parents. Yeah, because the parents have taken this position like their life was so bad. Now all of the things that were foundational to our upbringing, the parents today are now removing those things. Yeah, parents today, they don't want to spank kids no more. They don't want to make them work hard no more. They don't want them to have to walk and ride a bike anymore. They want to drive them and drop them off everywhere. You see what I'm saying? Like stuff has changed. We used to have to walk to school. See, they now parents like, no, I'm gonna drop you off. I don't want you walking. So see, we've made all these changes. Like how we grew up was so horrible, and it's like the part that we missing is how we grew up taught us a lot of foundational things that have made us better today. Yeah, but we want to pull all of that stuff back, you know what I'm saying, from the kids now, and all it does is it breeds entitled kids. Now they feel like they ain't got to do nothing. Now they feel like they too good to rake leaves. Now they feel like they too good to cut grass. So, you know, to your point, Vince, when I see a young fella come through the neighborhood who is trying to get busy, I'm gonna be ready to support that. It's like, okay, I understand you understand the game. So I see you trying to do your thing. So I'm gonna rock with that. So yeah, that's a parent issue based on what I see today. And like I said, it's just breeding entitled kids, which in turn is going to turn into entitled adults. And then we're going to be back here in 10 years on these platforms talking about what's wrong with these adults. Like it's a cycle. It's a cycle. Yep. And at the end of the day, if we really sit down and think about it, I know we may not have agreed with everything our parents did, but our lives really wasn't that hard. Yep, our lives really wasn't that bad. A spanking really wasn't all that bad. Especially if you was out here clowning. Like, let's just be for real. Was you out here clowning? Is that why that was happening? So it's like we just got to be real about some of the stuff. But yeah, I understand what you're saying on that. I understand what you're saying. Let me check in with Civil and Nico. I don't know if go ahead, Civil. What's on you, man?
Appreciate it. Wanted to say what's up to everybody. Haven't seen everybody in a little bit.
What's good? What's good?
Not much, man. It's cold over here. It's like 50. So I gotta make sure, I gotta make sure I'm all bundled up, So
50?
Oh, come on.
Well, maybe like 47, No, but kind of to piggyback on what Vince was talking about, there is like a level of weakness that exists within all men that I've noticed nowadays. There aren't any young men that are shoveling snow or over here like helping clear driveways when it comes to leaves, rainwater, whatever it may be. A lot of that stuff now has been outsourced. It's been outsourced to the people that we're looking to deport right now. So a lot of that just like actual hard work is no longer there. It's one reason why it takes me like a Saturday morning, like I mean 4 or 5 hours to do the front and back, cut everything, prune everything, collect fruit, collect vegetables, collect herbs. But I do it myself because I want my son to see it so that he understands that there's a value in that and that there is knowledge to be gained from that. A lot of young men now don't have a masculine role model. And even the masculine role model that is in the house is typically working 8 to 12 hours a day. So they don't have an opportunity to actually bestow that knowledge on their children. And their children suffer for this. That's the reason why the women act the way that they do, and a reason why the men are becoming more feminized. Like I've noticed with my son, a lot of times, like people are trying to like give him the easy way out. Like, oh, it's okay. Don't have him do that. If he falls, like, oh, are you okay? I'm good with the are you okay? But you still need to get up. Oh, that's mean. The world's mean. The world doesn't care. The only people that care about you exist within these walls in this home. Outside of that, everybody else is not going to care about you. So you can't take the time to coddle the youth. And a lot of young men now are coddled. They're damaged internally because they're dealing with the outside influences. And then just within their own right, they're just coddled and weak and soft, which is why you don't see people putting hands up anymore. They go get a tool and they handle, excuse me, and they handle issues that way. We got to get back to just the basics and the roots. School doesn't teach you home economics anymore. So parents need to show their kids how to wash cars and wash clothes. Schools doesn't teach the Constitution anymore. So parents need to explain the rights that their children have. They don't spend time on those things, but they'll tell you everything about the alphabet community, which is kind of one of the issues that I have with it. But I'm going everywhere with it. I'm having fun with some Blantons right now. So I'm gonna let y'all get back to it. Do your thing. That's my pick.
Not the Blantons, man. It's all good. It's all good. All right, let me check in. It's Nico. Is he still there?
Yeah, it's me. It's JR. It's JR.
JR, man, hold on, man. How many names you got, JR? Not Nico. Hold on. Who is Nico Jr., man? Or Nico JR? Is that what that mean?
Yeah. I'm a junior, yeah. So
man, you gotta stop switching. You gotta stop switching names, man. The beatboxer put you up to this, man. Like I'm thinking you some new guy, man.
Yeah, that's how to quickly change us. Like, yeah, let me check that out because I think people are getting confused or something. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, how's everybody doing? Everybody good? Yeah.
JR. We good,
JR,
man. How you doing?
I like Nico. I like that name.
Yeah, named after my granddad. So yeah.
I'm gonna call him Nico.
It's all good, JR. What you want to say, man?
Yeah, great discussion so far. Yeah, I've been listening, and yeah, I think like everybody's made some great points, and yeah, I'm gonna agree on what Mr. Vince and what Silver just mentioned. Right? Yes, men are men today. We can see it. The men of this generation not wanting to work hard, etc., etc. Right? So that one there, I get that. There's no two ways about that. But I wanted to ask, in terms of black men not being ambitious enough, is it for black women or is it for women in general?
To your question, I would say that it's black women in this context. I know the young lady was speaking towards a black man. So yeah, we just go with black women in the context of this discussion.
Okay, so I'm gonna say it like this. Today, I don't see the need for a black man to die for a woman who wouldn't live for a black man. It's simple as that. I don't see the point of a black man dying for a black woman that would not live for a black man. It's simple. Why the fuck would I go and kill myself here? And that's the type of attitude that you get. He stepped in, from what I'm assuming, he stepped in to not his kids. He's making less than her, and he's paying everything. This allows her can make money and pivot, like like they said, and do as she pleases. She ain't trying to live for this man. But the black man must die for her like he is. What a fool you are, mate. What a fool. So yeah, I agree to that statement. Black men are ambitious for black women. Rightly so. They shouldn't.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll go. I guess
SYSBM, JR, SYSBM. Is that that's what we're saying? That's what we're doing?
Man, don't start that, man. Don't start that.
Don't start that now.
That. All right. Let's see. We just had one of our classic veterans just hop up on here. Janice, let me test your mic and stuff. Make sure you're good. Come off mute. Let me just make sure we can hear you and all that.
Look, I feel like an old person. I'm like, does it work? Like, how you work this?
No, we can hear you. It sounds good. How you doing? You all right?
I'm good. We're gonna see. Okay. We're gonna see.
What you mean by that?
We're gonna see.
We'll be gentle with you, Janice. We'll be gentle with you.
Okay.
Okay.
No, hold on. Janice, how you
I got my soft gloves on.
But I'm saying, how she gonna come over here tomorrow? We gonna see, and she just ran us up and through there earlier, starting stuff. Got us going back and forth with naughty, all type of stuff. Now she know what she be doing. Come on now, I ain't letting Janice off the hook. She know what she be doing. She know you about to pop up, Vince. She know I'm about to pop up. So I don't know why she be playing with us like that. She know what it is. But we gonna keep going. She'll, like I said, I know you come off mute when you ready, Janice. I think that was everybody. Okay. Yeah, let me just say this, man. I gotta ask this question, man, because some of this stuff that's going on, I don't think we understand. This is why we can't get some of these relationships off the ground these days. This is really a question for the ladies. Just being honest. Do y'all ever just be asking these men how they feel, or like what they dealing with? Like, I'm looking at this video and the young lady is saying that this man he's paying all the bills, he take care of her and the kids, holding down the house. She said he makes less than her. Essentially she's not paying any bills, so whatever income she brings in, she keeping it all, and she's doing whatever she chooses to do with it. And then you come right back behind that, because like I said, a lot of ladies today, they would be looking for this guy. Let's just be real. Yeah, a guy that's paying all the bills, freeing them up so they can do whatever they want to do, move however they want to move. They will be looking for this guy. We're going to be honest about it. So for the young lady to have this type of guy who sounds like he's a traditional man who want to take care of his house, lead his house, so make sure everybody got what they need, make sure everybody's good, for you to then come back behind that and then tell this man he ain't ambitious enough, you want more. It's like, how you think that make him feel? Yeah, like, we got to be honest about that. Because that'll be just like if a man was to come to a woman after she done went to work, all day, she tired, she come home cooking the meal, and then after she cooked the meal, you talking about, yeah, baby, the food trash though. Like, she gonna be pissed. And it's just like, why would you even treat her like that? Why would you even say something to her like that? She done went to work, she done came home, cooked the whole meal, trying to make sure you got something to eat. It's like, so why would you even come at her like that? So sometimes when I hear some of these things that we say to people, it's just like, this man might be, he might be stressed the heck out. Like, let's just be honest. He might be stressed the heck out. He might be one of them, he got to sit in the car for 20 minutes to get his mind right before he come in the house. And it's like, you telling this dude he ain't ambitious because of what? Like what is it that you want? Is it not enough cash? You just want this dude to say he got 10 businesses? It's like, what do you mean he ain't ambitious enough? Like, so I'm like, sometimes I wonder, do we just think about what we saying and how it's going to affect the other person, or what type of effect it's going to have on the other person? And sometimes it just doesn't seem like we consider that. The other thing that she said about the gentleman was that he's complacent. Yeah, he's complacent. And once again, I would ask, like, what is it meant these days when somebody says somebody complacent? Like, what's the definition of that? Because I know we've redefined a lot of things, so I want to understand that. Go ahead, Johnny. You can just come up. You can say what you want to say, Johnny. You gotta raise your hand.
Okay. Y'all better not be mean to me.
Ain't nobody
But
doing that. Go ahead.
I have said that to plenty of men, even my ex-husband. I am a person that has said that to a lot of men. And I'll be honest.
The ambitious piece?
Oh, yes, complacent and ambitious. Yes.
Mhm.
My ex-husband will, if he could talk to you right now, he'd be like, this woman tore me down. Like, yes. I will be honest. I did say that. Did he pay all the bills? Yeah, he did. I don't know. When I look back at it, I think I just had this vision of how I wanted life. Like I needed more because I needed my kids to, I just needed more. It wasn't like I wanted him to be rich, but I had these this goal in my head, and he was very complacent in my eyes. But I could have been comparing it to my parents, right? He had different upbringing. I had a different upbringing. He was raised real poor. So where he was at, he was great. He's like, I already outbeat my parents, right? My parents did really good in life. So I'm like, nah, I got to outbeat my parents. So I understand that. And it doesn't make it okay when I look back at it. You know, it doesn't make it okay. I just don't think we were compatible in like our goals in life. But I did apologize to him because that does the self-esteem, like that tears a man down. Like that man's self-esteem, yeah, he's not the same anymore. So I do understand it. You know, I do own it. We just probably didn't know each other well enough when we got married.
Okay. No, I appreciate that right there. I appreciate that right there. I said, I'm trying to understand it because I think sometimes we don't consider to that extent the other person, right? And we don't. I think sometimes we listen. I'm really referencing the video. I think sometimes we don't consider or appreciate what it still takes to generate money. Because at the end of the day, everybody does it different. You know, some folks, you know, they investors, they traders, right? So they got ways they generate. Some folks out here streaming, you know what I'm saying, doing 10,000 a month. They got ways they do it. And some folks, they work a 9 to 5. And that's how they generate their income. So it's just like when we have these situations, and then we want to question somebody's let's call it what it is. We want to question somebody's ambition. I think we got to have some context to that. And we got to also understand where they're at, right? Because that can still, you know, somebody going out here working hard and providing and taking care of their family, you know, putting their kids through private schools and what have you, living out in the suburbs. That man is still ambitious. Let's just be for real. Yep, that man is still ambitious because everybody is not able to do that.
Well, can we add a caveat? Because somebody's saying luxury, and I just want to make sure I don't even own a Louis Vuitton purse, nothing. So my stuff is not about materials. I'm very educational based, family based, right? I need money for private schools, houses, future for family. That's my mindset. It's not about materials. I'm not a materialistic woman at all. So that's where my mindset is. I don't want to live in the hood. That's just how I am. So that was my thing with him. Like I can't live here. The kids, I need to go to private school. They need to go to swim classes. They got to go to soccer. All this costs money. And for a man that was raised poor, all he hears is money, 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 money. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm stressing him out because I'm like, no, my kids they need tutorers. They need this. They need art classes. That's how I can be. That's where my money goes to, you know? So that can be stressful too. I'm not a materialistic woman, but I'm a family first woman. So that can be also hard for a man, a woman that's like that also, you know? So it's not luxury stuff.
I want to jump in here.
Go ahead, man.
That was very honest that Janice, you know, did disclose that. What I would like to say is that I understand her point completely. I think the thing that we do is we don't really know what we need. So we get married, because I hear a lot of women say, oh, well, he has to be emotional. He has to be, emotionally regulated. He has to be nice. But the type of man you want is going to be at work. If you want all these things, he's going to be gone, concentrating on getting that money. And are you the type of woman that most women will say, okay, well, I'll stay at home, or I'll be a homemaker. I'll make sure that the house is good, so you can go out there and make that 150K, 200K. He might not be a babe. He might not want to talk when he comes home. Those are the type of men that make that type of money. For instance, I understood if I was younger and married a modern career woman, she not gonna come home and cook every day. I might have to go pick up the kids 3 days a week. I'm not going to expect her to go be a career woman, then come back home and be a homemaker. It just don't work like that. You got to pick one. And that's usually what it is. People want everything instead of saying, okay, he might not have this money, but he's my friend. He's someone I can talk to. I know he's doing his best. So maybe we can't put the child in Roper. They might have to go to a school in Southfield. But if your heart is stuck on Roper and your legacy is stuck on Roper, then you're going to have to kind of come down. Not you, Janice. I'm saying this for women in general. You're going to get that controlling man because he's a boss and he controls shit. Just what it is. You're not going to get this 50-50 partner. He talks to me about everything, and he acts. He ain't got time to do that. He got to pay for Roper, baby. That's $40,000 a year. He ain't got time to be rubbing your feet, asking about your day. Just don't. And believe me, I get it. I see women all the time. They at a certain income level, they at a certain lifestyle level, and they just can't. And I get it. You can't really come off of it. I don't know what I do get it. I do get it.
But these same women will have sex with bums. That's the crazy part.
Bums got free time. Bums got free time. That's
I agree. Hey, I agree. When I was in college, I was a bum, and
bums got energy to have good sex. That makes sense, right?
Not only one with you. This is why a lot of them say working out. Let me be the bum. I want to be Pookie. I want it for free. I want to be Pookie. I'm not trying to pay $40,000 for no tutor, and I ain't getting some. No, I want to be Pookie. I want to be Ray Ray. Let me be him.
Man, y'all, wow. Let me let Coco rock. Go ahead, Coco.
Okay, just pivoting for just a quick second, right? It's relevant, but it's slightly off what we just talked about, right? So in this coming year, when are we going to take this seriously, though, right? Like, we're talking about men being more emotionally aware, more emotionally intelligent, and more emotionally available. So we're asking men to leave maybe what we used to consider the traditional, what some might call hyper masculine mindset, and get to a point where men also care about their mental health. They also care about their emotional regulation. They also care about those things, while also simultaneously saying, I need you to do ... And so just realistically speaking, how does a man balance that, right? Because not every man is in a position to work a job that is flexible, that allows him to also have his time when he wants it, but make those high incomes, right? Like that's very hard a hard place for a man to find himself in, where he has flexibility, he has control over his time, but he's still making the types of money that would afford private school and tutors and extracurricular activities like that. Like, that's a lot to ask, right? And at what point as a woman do we say, if that's my dream, which, by the way, there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you envision for your life, and that's the type of life that you want your kids to have, which, once again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, then at what point as a woman do you say, perhaps it's time for me to fill the void, right? Like, if he is paying all the bills and maybe he can afford half the tuition, and I got to figure out, okay, how to get the other half. You know what I mean? Like, do we start having the conversation of, maybe instead of me asking him to do more when he is doing a lot, then maybe now I have to step in and I have to take on more and I have to do more. I have to match his energy, right? Because these are things that are important to me as a mother. I want these things for my family. I want these things for my kids. And because we're not talking about a man that's not doing anything. That's a whole nother conversation. We're talking about a man that's doing, but has not reached yet a level where he can do all of the things, right? So at what point do we have that conversation as women where we say, okay, is this what help me looks like? Is this what support looks like? Is this what this looks like now? Does this look like me actually getting into the game and saying, okay, I'm gonna cover the tuition, you cover the soccer, I'm gonna cover this part, you cover it. We're gonna just kind of tackle it together, right? Because women are saying they want a partnership. And if y'all saying that's what y'all want, that's really actually what a partnership look like. It looks like two people coming together and making it happen together, right? Because are we still expecting men to be emotionally intelligent and continue to run themselves into the ground? Because see, this is what we complained about the OGs, right? We complained about the OGs and the boomers and everything, how we always complaining about what they did wrong, right? But we can't then say we want you to have a boomer mindset in some aspects, but then we want you to be, evolved like Gen Z. Like don't get me wrong, we millennials and all, and we like to adapt. We're flexible, but we're not magicians. So like it's one of those things where we have to decide as women, we have to be realistic and we have to decide what really is important, right? And what does that look like? We as women now are making more than we used to. We do have more access to funds and funding than we used to. We are getting better jobs, right, than we used to. So it's at a time now where there really isn't any reason why we can't match our man's energy and make these things happen. So I guess my thing is, for like the woman that came up on the panel on tonight's conversation, it's like, ma'am, if he's paying all the bills and he's making less than you and you make more than him, what are you doing with your money? Because is this something that you feel you need that you can't get for yourself? Because it sounds like he's kind of freeing up some of your capital. So what is it, the more that you need that you can't now get for yourself? You can afford to now do for yourself because he's freeing up capital by taking care of all of your livelihood things, like the things that you need to just exist and live, right? So what is the thing more that you need that you can't now say, well, okay, I'm just taking my money and I'm gonna go do, I want to go on a trip, so go on the trip. I want the car, so go get the car. Because I guess that's where I get confused. What about yours?
I think people need to just talk more about this. I think people should. I don't know. I know a lot of y'all married. I date still, and I notice the money conversation is very uncomfortable for men. I can't even kind of bring it up, right? I can't even say my area code to men, and they be like, they already out, right? So money conversations is very uncomfortable in dating. And so I think that's where we can start, is everybody being comfortable with talking about, I don't know when you're supposed to talk about money. Vince, men, when are you supposed to talk about the money? When
In
are
the
men
beginning.
comfortable with talking about the money? I mean, you can sometimes look at a man or a woman and know what their income is a lot of times. You can kind of, with the way they carry themselves. I know some people fake it. They can wear their little fake, but sometimes you can tell by the way a person carries themselves sometimes. So when can you talk about money in dating?
If you don't mind, I'd like to answer that. You don't directly talk about it. You look at the cues that the person is set to you. If they have time to go out with you and spend oodles and hours with you, they don't have money like that. Or if they do, it's not coming from a means that's reputable. Or they're very flighty with it, and in which case they're going to lose it eventually anyway. There's a lot of like that direct conversation that people are looking for, but you're not going to get that. People have to keep their cards close to their chest because they're so afraid of getting hurt themselves. If a man has a ton of time, he does not have a ton of money, unless he comes from a family with a ton of money, and in which case he never had an opportunity to build character. So he's not going to be the kind of man that you want to be with anyway. A lot of this is kind of that miscommunication that goes down between like the red pill dudes and women who are like modern feminists. Like for me, I'm not a cuddly guy. I'm not a soft guy. I don't have nice round edges. I'm very sharp. And because of that, there's certain benefits you get with that, but there's also the disadvantages of I'm not going to be cuddly. I'm not going to be sweet, but I will make sure that we're provided for financially with whatever is necessary from my family, whatever they need, whatever they want. However, I'm not going to be that millennial, oh, let's talk about feelings and hug and kiss and do all that stuff. I'm not going to hold hands with you.
But what about the money? When can you? I already know, I live in Detroit, right? I understand a lot of people work at the plant, right? I already know 11-hour shifts. I just moved back. I got it, right? I got it. I understand it, but you still got to talk about the money. And when is most men going to be comfortable with talking about it? That's my question. When is the comfortability of it, right?
Okay, I'll tell you this. I think men who got money don't talk about money.
True.
They
That is
don't
true.
have to talk about it.
No. I agree.
I don't think I never had the conversation with Remy about money until we got married, or until we were thinking about getting married. Because then we had to plan. You have to plan for if you're going to stay at home, if you're going to keep working. Then we talked about money, but I think the problem is that it was this lady that was on a very popular show, and she dated a guy, and they got together. She was the ex-wife of a basketball player. They went out a couple dates. You know, he was this developer, yada yada yada. I thought he was a fraud, but that's just how I think. And he was saying, "Man, I had to take her and the kids out, and it was $600. I can't really afford a couple dinners a week, but that's what she's used to." So it's like, can y'all go to Chili's? I get it, Janice. I get it. But my thing is, if you want that type of man, you got to give him what he wants. And he doesn't want a partner. I think a lot of you ladies think the man that y'all want got it together. He don't need no partner. He don't need nobody to help him.
I don't care about money though, Vince. That's what
Yes,
you
you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, been about money, girl.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Come on.
I do.
I don't.
I do.
Let me tell you something. If I calculate, if you work 11 hours to 12-hour shifts 7 days a week, okay, and you make 6 figures, it's not that you make that much money. You're working every day, all day, right? You technically don't make 6 figures. You make 6 figures because you work in overtime, right? Am I right? For the plant.
I got you. Go ahead. I got you.
Okay,
I got you.
So it's not about money then, right? It's not
No,
that I'm
it is.
trying to be with the man for the money, because if you take that overtime away, he probably had like $55,000 a year.
But that's still more than the average man.
And these are all what ifs you're referring to. It's like,
I'm
well,
talking- I mean,
if the position's not available, he doesn't have that job. Like,
but see,
it's all what
because
ifs.
you ladies make a certain amount of money, y'all think, well, it ain't a thing for a man to make 80,000. 80,000 is a good income for a man that has a degree or a man who's
That's like top.
who's
That's
whatever.
like top. That's like top 15% in the nation. It's not like people talk about money like it's just 80. It's just 80.
Right.
That's like. I didn't say you. I'm not attacking you. I'm not attacking you.
Okay, but even
wait a minute.
But even the $55,000 man wants a wife. I think women need to throw away this partner. Don't talk about y'all career. Don't get in there and cook the man a sandwich. Try something different. Get in there and say, baby, what you need?
Why you start drinking?
I think your fingernails is exactly.
Okay.
You don't make sandwiches, Johnny's?
Girl, I'm not like that. Ain't
Exactly.
the like.
You're
This is what
not,
Vince
so-
don't understand. Vince is not that I have an issue with dating men. I usually get rid of them. I'm not. They don't get rid of me, Vince. That's not the problem, and it's not the problem about making sandwiches and all this other stuff. Okay.
Oh, come
That's
on.
not the problem.
Just
Okay.
because they're not the men you want. They're easy
What's
to
the
throw
problem?
away. If you go fishing and the fish ain't big enough,
Okay.
you throw the little ones
Wow.
down.
Back to the topic. Where we at?
Hold
Chloe,
on,
bring us
Johnny.
to the topic.
Let me get to the bottom
Chloe,
of this.
take
And
us
I'm
back to the topic, Price.
gonna take us back. Let me just ask this real quick because I got to get down to the bottom of this. What? Okay. I need you to keep it a bug, Johnny's, and then we're gonna move to the next video. Okay. As a woman, and I'm gonna say it like this: as a woman in your age range, because you say you dating right now.
Mhm.
What is it that y'all are looking for? Because clearly there's a checklist. There's a template that y'all are looking to feel. So y'all looking to feel he got this, and this before y'all say he good to go. What is on that list? Like what's the numbers? What's on that list that y'all looking for? There's something y'all looking for.
This is just me, my opinion. I don't know about other women that's dating. The biggest issue I see in men my age, a lot of them have been hurt by their exes and their girlfriends, right? They got some trauma. It's the trauma that I just need a man that's worked through his trauma. That's all I need, to be honest. Just work through your trauma. I don't want to be at dinner sitting there talking about your ex-wife all day. I don't give a hell about her. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about her. That's not my problem. So my biggest things, the trauma of their ex-wives and their mamas have been the biggest issue for me.
Okay.
So if that man only make $40,000 a year, you good with that then?
Yeah, long as he happy. Like, just be happy. Like, just be happy. You guys think that's like easy to find? It is not easy to find a man in his 40s that has not been traumatized by some women at this stage. You talk to my ex-husband, he's probably been traumatized by me, right? The next woman that gets him, she's going to have a problem, right?
So you don't think that you bring trauma to the table?
No, I've worked through it. No, I don't even talk about my ex-husband at dinner table at all. There's nothing to talk about. He's gone. He's not here. There's nothing to talk about. Matter of fact, he's none of your business, to be honest. Because what happened in that relationship, that's between me and him, and that's not fair to him. Like, why I'm going to tell his business to you? That's not fair to him, and I hope he don't do it to the next person. It's not your business. It's just not.
But if it's part of your life, it's part of your growth, it's part of your story.
It's not your story, though.
It's our story.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's not. That's none of your business. Why would I take his secrets and tell you his secrets?
What are we talking about? Secrets?
Anything that happened between me and him is between me and him. That's our secrets. Like, it's personal. And I don't want him going to the next chick and, oh, my ex-wife did this or she did this. She used to take this and she got this. No, don't tell my business. So I don't want to hear about your ex-wife or your girlfriend. If you want to talk to somebody about it, go talk to your therapist, go talk to your mama, go talk to your daddy.
Okay.
But you're supposed to be my peaceful place, though.
Then you're going to have to get you a therapist, sir.
Hey,
I'll be
on,
peace.
Johnny.
I'm peace, right?
That.
I'm your peace, but I'm not your therapist, right? I just want to enjoy you and have fun and talk about us, right? Where we going? Us. But your other issues you had, I'm sorry that your baby mama did that to you. I'm sorry that your mama did that to you. I'm sorry, but you got to go talk to your therapist.
Wait a minute. What? Chinese.
That's gonna be hard for some men. That's gonna be because even a man that's seeing a therapist though want to confide how he's feeling at a particular time with his wife, right? Even if he has been, to a therapist, he still may want to, discuss with his wife, you know what I mean? Certain things. So that's going to be tough. That's going to be tough because I can see how a man would, like, I get where you're coming from, especially about the privacy, the confidence of a marital relationship, and I don't want you sharing that with someone else who doesn't know us and shouldn't be involved. I do get that, but that's gonna be tough because as a man, he's gonna want to be able to talk to his wife, like something might come up or something might be bothering him, or so that's tough. I really can't counsel somebody on that because I understand where you're coming from, but as a spouse, like I kind of get, your spouse is supposed to kind of be a safe place. So like if something is bothering you, especially if this man has kids with his ex, that he still has to talk to this person and deal with this person. So there still might be conflict that may happen in that post relationship. So how does he deal with that when that happens? Is he not allowed to discuss those things with you or no? Or
I mean, I think there's a balance, but when it just becomes like over consuming to the point, it's just too much. I think that's where there's no balance. I've noticed a lot of men, which is men and women deal with traumas different. I understand it, but it's got to be a balance. Your baby mama, I'm sorry. I don't want to hear about her all the time. I feel like I'm with her now.
Okay. So I get that. So you talking about a dude? You talking about a dude who's he wearing that thing out? So
it's a lot of men that do that. It's a lot of men in this age group that does that.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I think in that particular situation, I think that's a little different. Because of course you're gonna have some dudes. Because I know how those situations can be interpreted. You know what I'm saying? Some folks may even look at that dude like he weak. Because essentially he's sitting here crying or whining or whatever, you know what I'm saying, about what happened to him or whatever. So I know how that stuff can be interpreted. So I understand that piece, Janice, but I need some information up out of you, though. I need to know point blank. There is something that y'all are trying to check off of y'all list before y'all deem this dude good. I know we got Cole down here as well. What is that? I know there's some numbers, because I know if I put a dude in front of y'all with 20,000, y'all not taking it. So I know that there's some numbers in y'all minds of what y'all looking for. I know that there's some emotional stuff in y'all minds as to what y'all looking for. I know there's probably even some physical criteria in y'all minds on what y'all looking for. I'm trying to get one of y'all to lay that out because I know it exists, because y'all will come across these dudes and it always be something. It'd be something with this dude. Something ain't right with this dude. Something ain't working with this dude. It's always something. Cole, don't be smiling, because I you know what I'm talking about. So I need y'all to lay that on out. What is it that y'all looking for from these dudes, or how do y'all want this relationship to set itself up? Like it's something y'all holding back, and I need one of y'all to go and lay that on the table so we know what this is.
Cole wants it to be 6 feet, right? Cole, he needs.
I knew he was gonna say that. Nope, we ain't doing that today. What's that? The second time you said that? 2026, sir.
Yeah, I don't have all them 6 feet, 6 figures. I don't get into all that like dumb stuff. Like I just want somebody that's nice and just ain't got mama and ex-wife issues. That's it. And y'all be thinking that's simple. It is not simple at this point.
So okay, so there is no income. So are we saying that there is no income threshold, or you're saying that as long as he has what he needs to take care of himself because you also are independent, that isn't a deal breaker?
As long as you got a 401k and some savings, even if you making, you ain't got. I didn't say you got a whole bunch I didn't say how much you got in your 401k. I said as long as you got a plan for retirement. That's it. I didn't say how much is in there. You can have $500 in your 401k, but you got a 401k, right?
What?
Okay, what you say, Cole? What you say, Cole?
Playing too much. You really be playing too much.
What you say, Cole?
Uh-oh. I might get kicked out. The
Go
No,
ahead,
you ain't
say
gonna
Jackie.
you
I
ain't gonna
want to
get
hear
kicked
Cole.
out
I
because
never met
I
Cole.
want to
Go
know.
ahead, Cole.
Y'all ain't
Oh,
gonna get kicked
goodness.
out. We having a real convo. I want to understand it because the dudes
Yeah.
need to hear this.
I
Go
said
ahead, Cole.
401k, and I
Well,
got
at this point, at this point for me, so at this point for me, um, I like it would be nice. I would prefer like if the man could at least make like about like
Go ahead.
70, like 70K.
Okay.
That would
But does he
help.
have but does he have to have savings? What if he ain't got no savings, but he makes 70K at this age, at your
It
age?
would be nice if he did have some type of savings because he's thinking about like retirement and long term. Now, do I have a problem like if we were together, like starting to think about what that would plan would look like long term? No. Um, so him by himself, if that's what he's started with individually, that's fine with me. What did you want some more detail to that?
No, I'm trying to understand it, right? Because at the end of the day, like I said, I know because I see these conversations all the time, so I
Yeah,
know that the ladies.
there's an income threshold, and I mean there's reasons for that. Like I'm thinking about long term retirement. What money will we have that we could probably look at investments and maybe joint ventures together. Um,
So
and
okay,
yeah.
no, I get it. So that makes sense, right? So we know there's some requirements there. So let me ask this question as well. And I said then we'll go to the next video.
Wait, I want to say this. I'm at the
Go
age,
ahead.
I'm not doing no joint ventures. I'm not helping you build no business, nothing. I'm not doing none of that at this age. I'm not doing it. I'm be honest. Oh no, sir. If you want to build your business, build your business. I'm about to be very feminine. I'm not helping build no businesses at this age.
I got a question for Janice. I had
Yes,
to put, okay.
but I will support your mental health on that
Now
ride to the top.
this is my question. If you're not looking to get married,
I didn't say that.
so you are looking to get married.
Yes.
Okay, so I think the problem is you ladies don't have requirements if you're getting married. Now, for me, I would tell you what my requirements were before I got married. I would not date a woman that had kids under 5. I would not date a woman who had more than 2 kids because I have 2 kids. I would not date an unattractive woman. I would not date an overweight woman. I would not date a woman who did not listen to what I got to say. Because I am a boss. So you're going to listen to the boss because I'm the boss. So if you feel like you could be the boss, it wasn't going to work. I had a lady tell me the other day, she's dating a man that got a 2-year-old. And she's 52 years old. And she going to tell me, well, that really don't matter.
I mean,
are you absolutely crazy?
At that age,
but then she'll come back 6 months later and be like, it didn't work. He was talking to his baby mama. I'm like, the problem is you ladies, y'all talk out of both, not you, Janice, y'all talk out of both sides of your mouth and you want a unicorn. It's okay to say, you know what? I need a man that make $100,000. Okay, for that man that makes $100,000, what are those type of men? What do those type of men usually want? I know a beautiful woman gonna want to go places. She don't want to go to White Castle.
and that's moldable and open minded.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was adding on to what you say. Open minded and moldable.
So it's wrong or it's right. It is what it is. That's what I'm saying. If it is what it is, understand. Just like going to the. I hate to always use a car dealership, but it's the same thing. If you want a showroom floor car, you got to have certain credit, certain money, certain this. If you don't have that, you got to go to the used car lot and just get what's out there.
Well, I hate to sound disrespectful, and I don't want to sound disrespectful to anybody in Michigan and Detroit, and I apologize if I do. I just moved back, and I did lower my standards once I moved back here because It's rough out here in Detroit. I was in DC. DC is a lot different. My standards, they was higher, right? Everybody moving. DC is different.
I'm from the DMV.
Everybody work out. Everybody work out. I work out. Everybody, like, I do work out. I got to Detroit. People don't really work out, right? So I might go out with a guy that got a big old belly now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you have a membership to one of the more finer places where single men work out?
I have a membership to the Beverly Hills Country Club.
And do you go every day?
Yes.
Every single day?
Yes. It cost me $200. I'm going to go.
Okay. So are you looking there? Are you putting your foot out there?
I mean, it's a bunch of white men at that place.
Well,
you was married to
look where you going. Look where you going.
You can,
Mr. Charlie.
You don't have to necessarily you don't have to necessarily date those white men. Those white men could possibly know some brothers. You never thought about that. They could possibly hey, I know this guy that works on my board, or he goes to my, he's a single dad that goes to his son goes to the same school that I go to. You gotta still kind of network and start that web of weaving. But my issue with you, Johnny, she said you wouldn't do a joint venture, right? So how does that work out? So if there's a business plan, like, people buy businesses and whatnot, and let's say the person selling the business, they need like 50K down, and your husband at the time might have just 40K. You're telling me you wouldn't pitch in that 10K? This is a proven business that's been around because people always selling business. This is how a lot of these white and Asian and Hispanic people make money. That I've seen it. You go on websites called buybiz.com. People buy businesses all the time. So I'm saying hypothetically, if your husband was short on the down payment, right, to buy this business that that's gonna instantly generate revenue, you telling me you wouldn't pitch in on a joint venture of 10,000K?
Honestly,
that's for you, Janice.
She's not going to do it.
I guess I would have to. I just don't really want to be a part of that no more.
I mean, but if anything happens, wouldn't it benefit your kids? I mean, the marriage law say.
I understand all that. I done all this before with men, and I just want to be in my feminine era and I just want to be a woman and just support.
Why is that not feminine though?
I done all these businesses and support a man and try to build him up. I just want to be in my. Can we go to Cole and back to the question of black men not being ambitious?
Oh, hold on.
We are because Cole, you usually the one that bring everything back, and I don't know what's going on.
I'm just trying to listen.
It's just a little pushback. You can't take a little pushback with.
Let me tell you something. What's your name? I don't see your name.
Azrael. Just call me Azrael.
Azrael. I just want to be a woman right now. Okay. I just want to lay on my back at this point. Okay. Go get my hair done. I just want to work out.
Make a sandwich.
I got a refrigerator full of food because that keeps me healthy, right? I work out. I have to cook, so I cook.
So
I'm talking about cooking for him.
I don't mind cooking for a man. I cook for a man. I don't have a problem with that.
So
you
ain't getting no fried chicken or no macaroni over here. You gonna get some Greek yogurt, some avocado toast.
Oh, come on.
I'm gonna get what I tell you to cook.
Oh, then it won't work.
You gonna cook it.
It won't work. It won't work.
Being your feminine, that's what being in the feminine means. You gotta listen.
Wait. So Johnny's okay. So you're saying you at the point where you ready to chill, you know what I'm saying? You ready to kind of lay back, just be on your feminine stuff. You want the man to take care of the business and do all that, and you just be there and cook him. What you say? Cook him a little Greek yogurt, whatever you just said. You
go to yoga class. Like the little white women do. Stuff.
Raisins in the potato salad.
Hold on, Tom. See, this is another.
Their husbands don't be in the yoga class with them though.
No,
I wish, and this is no offense to black women, I wish you guys understood class. Black women sometimes, especially with black people, we lack a class, what they call class consciousness.
I'm very conscious of it. I still want it.
No, not every white woman is doing Pilates. Like 75% of all women work, right? All women, regardless of race, regardless of demographic, right? So you have Asian women that out earn even white men, not even just white women. They out earn white men, right? So this whole concept of, just these white women, they're just living the Beverly Hills lifestyle, 90210, and they're just they do Pilates and they eat chicken broth and have cucumbers, salads at noontime. Like, no, this is not.
What's his name again? You know what city I live in Michigan?
Ann Harbor, is it?
Beverly Hills.
But see, that's
it's similar. It's similar.
No, Beverly Hills is a different level. Trust me, I got family in LA. It's different.
Yeah, I know. I lived in California.
Okay, but see now how
I've lived all over. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. I get it. I'm just using it as an example. I get what you're saying. I get it. I'll go on my 401k and give you 10,000. I got you.
Wow.
Wow. We don't believe you. We do not believe you.
Next, now back to the topic of black men. And what's the problem with y'all?
First of all, a smart man is not going to let you go into your 401k for $10,000. See, that's the difference. Smart man ain't going to let you borrow against your retirement for an investment.
I recently learned that you can go into your 401k without getting penalized if it's for an emergency
or house.
A house, or for like a special loan. But I mean, I say this like I always hear. It's not towards you, but especially for somebody my age. Like, I hear a woman talking about, a man need to pay 100%. And I'm like, okay, I always say this: if a quote unquote black man is paying 100%, I always be like, riddle me this, Batman. When do you expect him to retire? And then whenever I say, when do you expect him to retire? No one has an answer. Like, if I'm paying all of the bills, like, what am I going to use for retirement?
Well, let me respond to you on that real quick. I think partially that is because if we're going to be honest about this, most folks really don't truly think long term.
Damn.
Yeah, but I know we say things, but folks don't think long term. Yeah, they only think long term based on everything being great. Yeah, they think long term based on everybody's 401k just gonna be at a couple $1 million by the time they pull it out. They think long term based on everybody's pensions is gonna be at a particular number by the time they start drawing pension and so forth. So we never think about long term when we get sick. We never think about long term when somebody got to help you wipe your butt. Yeah, we never think about long term when the grandkids possibly is here and you in a walker and your legs ain't working and arthritis done took over your body. Like, we don't think about that. So we only think long term, but we think about it in the mindset that everything is going to be great.
Right.
Yep. All of my little shares that my company is giving me these old whack matches on and all that stuff is just going to be at 3,000% gains by the time I pull this money out.
Right.
Like, that's how we look at things, right? So that's why I say we gotta, a lot of this for me is mindset. Like, it's mindset. Like, at the end of the day, these things are important. Yep. 401k is debatable, but investments are important. Retirement, I'll frame it that way. Retirement money is important. You know what I'm saying? Real estate can be important depending on how you play it and what angle you play it. So these things are important, but should they be the foundation of a relationship though? Yeah, but I think that's part of the problem. It's like this, the financial piece today seems like it has taken over the priority on if I'm going to connect and get into a relationship with this other person. Yep, and I think that's a problem. Yep, my perspective on that is the financial piece is a compliment to the person and their character and what they bring in relationship wise. Yep, how we connect, if we balance each other, if somebody's feminine to somebody's masculine, like, to me, that stuff is important. The financial piece is a compliment. Yeah, that ties into the operation. But do me and you even like each other? Yep, do we get along? Yep, if you hit a low point, do I have your back? If I hit a low point, do you have my back? Yep, how are you when it comes to being a mother, being a husband? How are you when it comes to, when we have conflict resolution scenarios we got to run through? Like, those are the things from my perspective that are really important. That's it for me. The financial piece is just a compliment, because I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I'm probably, I'm an older head on this panel. Yep, and when we was out here looking for, young ladies to connect with and get married and start families and all of that, money didn't even come up. It didn't even come up. We was looking at character. We looking at how each other treats each other, how you interact with your family. You know what I'm saying? To Janice's point earlier, what type of trauma, baggage, situations you got going on. Like, that was the stuff that was important then. Yeah, but if you ask a lot of these couples that are still together today after 20, 30, 40, 50 years, they're going to tell you the same thing. Money was the last thing that they was talking about. Yep, it was, do you want to get married? Do you want to have a family? Yep, how are you with your mom and your dad? If you got your mom and your dad, how are you with your brothers and sisters? You know what I'm saying? Well, how do you look at this? How do you view this? Yeah, when we go out, do we have fun together? Can we joke with each other and not be so serious and somebody get triggered and all of that? Like the important stuff was so different. Yeah, but I think that's part of the problem today. We have shifted to priority from those character, those foundational things about people that were important, that really told you if they were a good person to be in a relationship with, to now it's money. Yep, and it's, and I'm not knocking it, but it's what it is. It's just retirement and what they 5-year plan is and all of these things. Like we got all of these. It's almost like it's not even relationships no more. It's like it's business.
That's why they want a partner, Quay.
Well, no. Hold on, Vince. So Vince, no, I get it, but you do. If you was to listen to you want a woman to. It could be financial. It seems like it's more financial. If you had your daughter, you would say financial, right? Make sure he got money, but you want the other stuff too. But financial would be important to you, right? For you. Yeah. For me, I'm more with Quay. Like, I really care about the characters, the moral of a man. Like, the money, whatever, right? I care about the characters more. Do you like your mama? Do you like your daddy? Where your sister? Do you take care of your kids, right? I'm more about that.
I don't believe that, but I'm gonna say this.
You should have seen who I went out with last week, okay?
But you just said you wanted fun and
anyway, it was fun. Yeah.
This is what I would tell my daughter.
Imagine he watches.
I do have a 5.
I said, imagine if he's watching this right now.
He ain't around no more. I had to get rid of him. But go ahead.
Exactly. I would tell my daughter to figure out if she wants marriage earlier on in her life. Don't wait till she's 35. Because, what you want at 21 is way different than what you're going to require at 35. And marriage, ultimately, is for young people to build a life with. We coming at, I was 43. Had already had a life, had already had some kids, but I wanted to be married, and I had more kids. So I understand when you 43 or 40, you got to look at money. You can't be, I'm going to base it on character and this guy working at Amazon. I get it. You can't base it on character. If he working at Amazon and you working at Henry Ford as a nurse, I'm not. And most women, I don't care what y'all want to say, most women do not want to be responsible for the majority of the bills. Let me ask you a question, Janice. In a relationship, out of 100% of everything, how much do you want to be responsible for a lifetime? 100, everything, the gas in the car note, the mortgage, the rent, the kids' bills, how much you want to be responsible for?
Well, Vince, if he don't have the money, he can stay in his place, and I can stay in my place.
No, see that, and then that's a problem too. Y'all don't answer questions directly.
Pay Pookie, Pookie.
Y'all don't answer questions directly. You pay 100%.
Close. The question is black men and their ambition, and
he said give a percentage.
No. I need to talk about the lack of y'all ambition right now.
How we have lack of ambition and we make more money than you?
Because you just asked me for $10,000 to support your business already.
But I already covered the other 40.
You ain't have enough though. So let's talk about the lack of ambition.
Hold on. Time out. Don't women always say they multiply what a man has?
I never
The
said
liars.
that. I don't
The
know who
liars.
these women are, but we need to get back to the
No,
black
no.
women.
I mean, it's also in the Bible. You know, they talk about the
Not the Bible.
Proverbs.
What? The Bible said what?
Let's go to the next video so we can read.
Yeah.
Let's resurrect this conversation.
Next.
Let's
Okay, so
resurrect it.
Let me go to this next one. I think this going to apply to both sides though.
Anybody that looks at you as being regular, that's not the type.
Absolutely. This ain't nothing regular.
Oh, okay. So anybody that looks at you as being regular, that's not the type.
Absolutely. This ain't nothing regular. Do I look regular?
I'm just listening. I'm just asking.
I mean, am I missing something here?
No, I'm just
Ain't
asking.
nothing regular smuggler about this.
So what would make you different than any other woman? Like, 'cause you say that you're not regular. Let me cook for a second.
Okay,
so you
cook.
say that you're not regular, right? You say that you're different. You're a standout. What about you, right? Like, and let's just say I'm a high value man coming into your life. Why would I pick you, or what would make you stand out over the so-called regular girl? What's so different?
What's so different is the way that I think, the way that I move, the things I've been exposed to, the places that I've been, the things I've done. It hasn't been many industries that I haven't led in and made a lot of money in. It's not a lot of things that I haven't been exposed to, from places all over the world to different places in the United States. So I'm not regular. It's not a whole lot more that I can be shown that I haven't seen already. And this is not just coming from my father.
So do you think that your accomplishments make you more attractive?
I think that my accomplishments make me more well-rounded.
I must say, black women are the best at doing interviews, because every time you ask them something about being a woman, it's they go into like you would think they were interviewing at Goldman Sachs. It's like we're asking you, okay, what do you bring to it? How would you be an asset to a man? Well, I got my MBA at Penn State. I did I did a study abroad in England. It's like no one cares about that.
I said babies in Africa.
Yeah, right. I built wells in the Republic of Congo. I did my undergrad at Oxford. It's like no one cares about that. No.
So let me
It
present this
definitely
question.
gave resume.
Yeah, let me present this question. So is this, do y'all feel like this may be at the root of some of the reasons why we can't get some of these relationships off the ground? Like we have a lot of regular people who don't think they're regular.
Yes.
Like do y'all think that
women.
Go ahead.
Especially
Go ahead.
women.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm
especially
listening.
women. And of course I'm speaking in general because I know this doesn't fit every single woman, right? But there are a lot of women out here that really believe based off and a lot of times that's why she went straight into her resume. A lot of times it is because of the resumes and because they have accomplished some things. And listen, we're not taking none of your accomplishments away from you, baby. You did that, okay? But when it comes to being in a relationship, that's not what a man is looking for. Like, don't get me wrong. And let me just clear up this. A man will be proud of your accomplishments. It ain't that he wants you to downplay your accomplishments. It's just that those are not the things that are going to directly improve his life, right? So he wants to know, like, if we come together, what can we do together that's gonna make us successful as a couple? Like, I see you out here shining, but what when we come together, like, how are we going to be a successful couple, right? And it doesn't necessarily even mean that he expects you to come in with your money. He just wants to know how are you guys going to be a successful couple? And success as a couple don't have to have anything to do with your money, right? So like it's about y'all having a shared vision for your future and y'all both being able to make that happen, right? Like, I'm not saying money doesn't play a part in it because you got to live, but at the end of the day, that's not what's going to make you guys successful in a covenant. Those are not the things that are going to do that. So when a man is asking this question, he said, and I don't know if you want to get into all the high value titles. I don't really buy into that part. But he's basically saying, as a man that has something to offer, right? Like, I'm asking you, what would make you stand out? So I'm looking for someone out to do life with. And as a man that's bringing resources and is bringing something that's valuable, that might be valuable to you, I want to know what about you is valuable to me. right? And she launches into where I've been and I've gone and I've, and it's just like, first of all, you weren't specific at all. It was a bunch of word salad. Like you said a lot without really saying anything. You didn't tell this man anything of actual value that's practical that he can use. Right? Like, and you didn't talk about your character as a person so he can get an idea of who you are. That's like, oh, okay, well, this is how she is, and this is how she looks at life, and this is what she wants to like. Okay. Like you didn't even give him that. So yeah, you are regular, smegular, degular. Sis, that's what you are. A lot of us are. And your degree, as much as you care about that, as you should, but it's not, practically speaking, a selling point for you when it comes to whether a man is going to decide if you the covenant partner for him. That's not it. And I think that we're missing that. Like as women, I wish we understood that because we think differently than men do, what they are prioritizing when they're picking their partner, their covenant partner, or their and I'm using
wife, when they're picking their wife.
Yeah, I'm saying covenant. So covenant partner. So context matters. So I'm talking about marriage covenant. So when you're picking your covenant partner, right? Like, because I use partner in the real sense, the way that the word was actually created, not the way that we use it. But when you pick your covenant partner, like that's what they care about, right? Like money matters. We understand that. But at the end of the day, we also know that money is fluid, right? And so as much as we don't want to think this, and as much as we don't want this to ever happen, you can have it and it can go. It can go. What happens when it goes? What are you guys left with? Like, we say we don't want to have to be in a build scenario, but we can't really control that. We can't control that. Like we want to say, oh, I got investments, I got this and I got that, but we know how investments work. You up, you down, you up, you down. Like that's how investments work. You can have it all and it can all go. So let's just be realistic. We're not prioritizing the right things when it comes to relationships. And that's why. So when we talk about Black men aren't ambitious, I think that the problem with that statement or the problem with that narrative or that ideal is that it leaves too much room for people's perspectives, right? Like Black men aren't ambitious. Well, it depends on what you consider ambition to be. Right? So like we could say that women are ambitious. We could say women are running around here talking about they want the soft life. That don't give ambition. What's ambitious about you wanting a soft life? Listen, I'm not mad at you. Okay, because I want the soft life too. But I'm also not running around here talking some Black men aren't ambitious. I'll land.
Why do Black women lead with their degrees though? Like I'd be like, why do you
what? Really?
It's a coping mechanism. You know what it is?
You're going to say why
let me tell you something. I don't even tell a man where I work at. I'd be like, I work at Planet Fitness. Okay, like why do Black women, a lot of them lead with their degrees? I don't get it.
I'll tell you why.
That's all they got.
It's the same reason why to make it make sense to you as a woman. It's the same reason why a man would lead with his money.
That's true. There we go. It's the same.
You're compensating for something that you know that you don't have, but you should have. So it's almost like a Wizard of Oz thing. Don't look behind the curtain. I want you to see this. I want you to see my degree. Don't see the fact that I'm masculine as AF, right? I want you to see this degree that I got. I want you to see I was magna cum laude, right? I don't want you to see that I can't cook worth the damn. I can't even boil ice, right? Or water, right? That's how it is. I think that's the people are compensating for what they don't have, you know. I mean,
but that is also what we prioritize with raising our children. You never really hear people say, "Oh, well, my daughter's a stay-at-home mom." They lead with, "Oh, she went to Spelman. Oh, she's a nurse. Oh,
that bothers me too."
Married. After 3 or 4 things of what they say, then they'll
like,
say,
"I don't care."
She's married, or they lead with the, because most of them are single. I mean, I understand how we got here. I definitely understood that. But my thing is, we got to understand how we got here and how we gonna change things. And one thing we got to do is be honest.
Also, if you notice culturally, marriage, the irony is, the premise that women put out is feminism was supposed to allow women, ideally, was supposed to allow women, give women choice, right? So if you want to become a stay-at-home, if you want to be like June Cleaver, just stay-at-home wife, okay. If you want to be a working lady, a corporate boss babe, you could do that too. But the irony is, when you tell other women, "Oh, I'm a stay-at-home wife," like it's something to look down upon. Like it's kind of like, "Oh, okay."
Say that.
So it's like women are very hypocritical towards each other, because they'll say in one sentence, "Oh, feminism was made so that women can have the choice if they want to be a stay-at-home wife or if they want to work a corporate 9 to 5," but then they look down on each other when it's like, I allow my husband to lead and I rather be the one nurturing and taking care of the kids. Like there's not an equal playing level field of having respect just as much as the corporate person, a corporate woman is, right? I think that's where it comes from. And then you have what I call like the cultural zeitgeist. You have like, I don't know if you guys heard about the article in Vogue where they was talking about having a boyfriend embarrassing. And you have women talking about decentering men, right? So it's like being able to be an asset or to have a man to support a man and his vision is like, ew, that's how could you sound. That's why they call women a pick me. If you women don't come out and say, I would like to have my husband just lead and I just take a back seat. They'll say it differently. They'll be like, "Oh, I just want the soft life," but they'll never say, "Oh, I just want my man to do the stuff, the heavy lifting, and I'll just fall back." Like it looks down. They're gonna be like, "Oh, you a weak ass bitch." Like
Yeah, they put a negative spin on it. Let me ask ladies a question. Like I said, then I ain't gonna keep us on here all long. We've been getting out of here a little earlier lately, which I think is good. But I got a question. I got a question for Cole and Janice. So I know, Janice, you made a statement earlier and you said that you ready to just kind of do your feminine thing and chill out. And you know what I'm saying? You ain't trying to put into no businesses and do none of that other stuff. You done been there and done all that. With that being said, if the man came along and he was ready to take care of the household, would you sign up to be a stay-at-home mom? And I'm asking that to Janice and Cole.
I'm damn near. I'm 40. What the hell we talking about this stay-at-home mom shit? Like,
no, I'm just saying. Would you?
Oh my God, what I'm supposed to stay at home and watch what? What am I watching at home?
You gonna watch The Price is Right?
That's a lie.
And watch Dallas.
Okay, let's go to Cole. Cole, how old are you?
I am 32. I'll be 30.
Okay, let's talk to Cole about being a stay-at-home mom, because I'm not pumping out no more babies to no man. So
Okay, my bad. Let me change it. So let me change it. So not a stay-at-home mom, so a stay-at-ome wife. So would you
do what?
You don't want to sell
watching.
You could sell some Tupperware, sell Mary Kay.
Like I think that question is
Azrael, how old are you?
I'm a millennial, but I know.
I think that question needs to be revised. A lot of people are single in their 40s and their 50s now. And a lot of women ain't about to have no babies in their 40s. What am I supposed to do? I can cook dinner at 9 a.m. and have it done. What you want me to do? Just sit here and wait?
Mr. Price is over.
I got you.
Mr. Price is over.
I just want to make sure I understand. I want to make sure I understand what she's saying. So basically, Johnny's, are you saying that you want essentially the softer life? You're ready to kind of chill out, but you don't want to not work. Is that what you're saying?
I just want to do me. Like, I don't get what we trying to analyze all this. Like, I'll have your dinner cooked, but you just do you. I do me. We love each other. Like, I'm not into all this.
You gotta make sure the bathwater is running.
Yeah, like Cole, let her talk. She's 32.
But I'm saying
lavender bubble baths and all.
Yeah,
but I'm saying,
I'll be here though.
Does that involve
you? Have my tracker. You know where I'm at. Cole.
Why
do that involve you?
Why would you need to work if he can pay all the bills and give you money? Why would you need to work?
I got VA, so my situation.
I'm still thinking about retirement.
No.
I'm still thinking about retirement, so I would still think about work.
I see where you're going, Quay. If he pays all the bills all the bills easily.
Okay.
And can give you the money that you want.
Okay.
Without a question.
Okay.
Why you need to work and you married?
I don't have to work, but I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something. I'm not gonna just sit in the house. That's not my.
I must be a unicorn because I'm in my 40s and I'm a stay-at-home wife and mom.
Yeah, but
so
that's
I don't know. I must be a unicorn. I'm the girl in the video. I'm not regular, Samantha.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm always politics. I might join the city council tomorrow. That's my personality type, right? That's just who I am.
So you would quit your job and just do leisurely work.
I might run. You never know with me.
Yes or no, Johnny?
No, I'm not that type of woman.
Okay, move on. Okay,
no.
Okay,
all right, let me come down here to Cole.
I mean, but why do we think that? Why do we think that saying? I gotta ask this question.
Chloe, there's nothing wrong with
why do we think
that's not my personality type?
That's fine. That's fine.
When my daughter was a baby, I was a stay-at-home wife for the first 5 years of her life, and I didn't care. Like, I enjoyed it. No big deal. I didn't care.
I'm challenging the mindset of what it looks like to be a stay-at-home mom or wife, right? I'm challenging that mindset because what is that? We do understand. I just want to say this so that it's clear in case somebody else doesn't know this, right? We do understand that this looks different for every woman. That being a stay-at-home mom or even just a stay-at-home wife, right? Maybe you don't have children or your children are older, right? It looks different for every woman, right? Like it definitely looks different, right? And I want to challenge the ideal that a woman has to be doing something that the world views as valuable in order for it to be seen as valuable. Because what you're doing in your home is valuable. It is tangible. It is practical. It is useful. It is valuable, right? But we tend to have this mindset that if it's not something that can be qualified, or if it's not something that can be quantified, if it's not something that can be counted to the world, the outside world that is, then perhaps she's doing nothing. And I'm not saying anybody on this panel said that. I'm simply saying this is something that I have seen out in the atmosphere. And I want to challenge that because it's just simply not true. What you are doing in your home is valuable. It doesn't matter if your kids are older. They still want and need you. They still need your influence. There's still things you can teach them. Your husband still needs you to be there. There are things that he needs from you that you support him with, right? There are also things that you can do for yourself. And as a woman in her 40s, I appreciate the ability that I have to be able to take care of myself in a way that I didn't used to be able to take care of myself because I was splitting myself down the middle, trying to be a wife and a mom and a full-time career woman because I've done that. Right. So I appreciate the fact that I can do that. Right. I appreciate now that I can use my gifts and my talents in my home. I appreciate that I can help my husband build a platform. I appreciate that I'm available to do things that he's not available to do, to continue to make the things that he is doing more successful because I can do that while he's not able to. So I want to challenge anybody who thinks that because you don't have something stamped that says you do this, that means that there's not a value to what you're doing and to what you bring. I want to challenge that mindset because as Riel talked about feminism, and it's like, if y'all want to wave that flag, then let's honor it, right? Because y'all saying feminism did all this stuff for y'all. I don't see it, but y'all saying that. So if it did, then let's go ahead. Let's wave the flag. Okay, boom. That means I can do what I do, and it should be acceptable as a woman. And if you could do what you do, and it should be acceptable as a woman, and my value should still be appreciated, and your value should still be appreciated. But the truth of the matter is that's not what we're seeing, and that's part of the reason why we're talking about men not being ambitious, because this is something that's at the root of the mindset of women. Women are putting a value to what they believe, and their individual perspective is of what a person's output is. The value is based on what they bring. The value is based on what they do. The value is based on what they achieve. That's why they lead with their career. That's why they lead with their degrees, because the value is no longer placed on who that person is. Their value is wrapped up in what their output. And if you can't see them putting out anything, if what they're putting out isn't valuable to you, then they're not ambitious enough. That's what it is. So a man is doing, he is providing, he is creating, but what he's putting out, what he's creating, is not valuable to you. You are not assessing the same value to it. So therefore, he's now no longer ambitious. So like Ace said, and I rarely agree with Ace, but just like he said in the first video, he said it's not that he's not ambitious. It's that his ambition doesn't look like what you think it should look like. So now you're reducing what he's doing. Women are doing it to men, and women are doing it to other women.
And it's okay to be a stay-at-home, Chloe. I'm just saying, when I say me, I just want to like give back to the earth, like give back to the world. Like I'm going to volunteer, city council. I'm going to do something to give back to my community. That's what I'm saying. That's just my personality type. I'm just one of them people. I'm going to give back.
You're saying you're not going to waste away at home. That's what you're saying.
It's not saying waste away, because then you saying it's still the stay-at-home mom. You're still going back to what she's saying.
No, but it's different because
Chloe, get him.
No. I didn't mean it that way. No. I'm not saying it that way. No, let me explain. From Johnny's perspective, right? She doesn't have any more kids, or it would be like, okay, you started out young being a stay-at-home wife, and then it's like, okay, now you're staying at home, but yet you don't. It's like a brand new thing of going back again. I'm not saying like women that stay at home are wasting away, but I'm saying is like to make somebody like a kept woman and they just stay at home. We're just saying is I'm not just gonna just because you don't have no responsibility because you're an empty nester, right?
No, she's not.
I ain't in this. Hold
I don't get that. I don't get that. That she's still a wife, right? Is she still a wife?
No, absolutely. No, it's different in the context of Johnny. Like if she would get
weird.
No. Let me say this is what I'm gonna say. Me and Chloe probably got two different personality types, right? My mom and like my dad was very in the community, right? So my personality type is based off of that. I'm always on PTD, PS, cheer teams. You see me at the concession stands at Birmingham. Like that's just my personality type. So now that I'm free, I've been seeing city council openings. That's just my personality type. Chloe's might just be different. It doesn't mean that she's not doing anything. It's just everybody has different personality types.
And I'm not saying that you do, but I'm just saying if hypothetically, if Janice were to get with a guy that says, hey, I just want you to stay at home.
It wouldn't work for my personality type.
It would just be a totally different thing because your kids are what, teenagers, right?
It wouldn't work for my personality type.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily think it's about kids because yes, my wife is
it's not about kids. It's not about kids.
But we do have two small kids, but if we didn't have two small kids, I don't think she would still work.
But she don't have to. So why wouldn't she? I mean, I think that's the point.
And also, because she's a natural homemaker. Like she's always busy here, even with the kids. She's seen her mother be a homemaker, so she has a certain value of a homemaker. So I understand. I mean, I get it because
sometimes it's your upbringing, Vince. Like you said, her mother was a homemaker, right? My dad was in the community. My mama traveled to Brazil. That's what I seen free-spirited people all my life. So that's me, right? So I don't know Chloe's upbringing, right? Everybody sometimes is their foundation.
But I think what Quay is getting at is, if you want the soft life, then who is it softer for? Kind of, sort of. It's like you want this soft life, but it's just benefiting you.
How do you know? The soft life just means leave me the hell alone, kind of. Let's just.
So soft life is being defined by. This is what I mean. Everybody is defining.
Everybody's soft definition is different.
Yes, everybody is defining everything based off their own perspective. We're defining ambition based off our own individual perspectives. We're defining, soft life based off of our own individual perspectives, right? And listen, my thing is, I don't even think there's a problem with that until you take your definition and then you project it onto somebody else. That's when I think it becomes a problem. So when you start saying, I believe ambition looks like this, and if this person isn't doing this particular thing, then they are not ambitious. That's when I think your perception, it gets dangerous, right? Because you don't get to call somebody else non-ambitious because they don't fit the mold that you have, you know what I'm saying, established as your, parameter for ambition, right? Like, I think that matters. And I think we're applying that across the board. Even when we talk about that stay-at-home wife or mom or whatever, like, you're taking what you believe is you feeling like you have to do something, right? Like, I don't run down my resume, but I have been able to accomplish a lot personally by being able to have this time. Like, I have been able to do a lot of things that I didn't have the time to do before. Personally, they are not things that I'm going to shout out to the world. They're not things that I'm going to share with. They're not things. And some of them have been. Google me, Amazon.com. I'm there. But it's not for people, for me to use them as, oh, look what I've done. Look what I've done. Look what I've done. If you're interested, you'll know. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But it's like we are taking these things and we are, we're projecting. And so I think for me that I think I'll close out like this. This will be my closeout because I know we're getting ready to wrap up anyway.
I'm gonna call right after this. Then we
I'll just say this. Like, I think that this is the problem that's happening in our community as a whole, right? Nobody is really allowing anybody the room to just be, right? Like, we are now wanting to control not only our lives, but we're wanting to control other people and how they live their lives. And then we're grading them on how they're living their lives according to our standards. So now suddenly the stay-at-home mom, the Black man, no ambition. And it doesn't matter if they're living their life the way they want to live their life, and it's profitable to them, and it's beneficial to them, and it's valuable to them. None of that matters, because it matters what I believe they're doing according to what I've established is the parameter for said thing. And I think that's the problem. Like, we're calling men non-ambitious, and these men are working. These men are taking care of their families. They're taking care of their homes. And I just, if we keep at it like this, then I gotta agree with B-Boxer. Like, it's over.
Oh yeah, it's over.
Like, if we keep at it like this, it's over. Forget about it. Because you can't say as a woman, like, stop being double-minded. The Bible says a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Like, you gotta pick and choose. You gotta choose. Like, you can't say I want to be soft one minute and then say I don't know how to sit my ass down. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that. Those two can't coexist. You can't say that you care about a man's personality, him being emotionally intelligent, and him, have healing his trauma, and he's seeing a therapist. But then, you ain't got no hollers for him to talk to you.
I think there's a person for everybody.
Like, we gotta just be, and perhaps there is someone that I don't know about a person for everybody, but perhaps you will find someone.
I don't agree.
Perhaps you will find someone that will be willing to meet you where you are. That may happen for you. You may find someone who may be willing to meet you where you are, but then they're going to expect you to meet them where they are. That's the difference, right? And what I'm seeing is people are wanting to stay where they are, be who they are, and feel how they feel. But then when that person meets them there and says, okay, that's cool, I'll accept you how you are, accept me how I am, they're saying, oh no, I can't do that.
That's real. That's real. Let me check in with Cole, and we're gonna take some closing and get out of here. Cole, I know you've been waiting.
2 hours later.
Go get it off. You want to get it off your chest, Cole, and we're gonna take some closing and get out of here.
Well, I had a couple of questions.
Oh Lord. Where your old lower button at?
I had a couple of questions.
My bad. I done cut it off.
You cut it all off.
I done cut it off. Go ahead.
So
I'm trying to get everybody's face up here, so I done cut my screen off. Go ahead.
The first question I had was more so for Vince. What I know you've mentioned like this thing of like be married before 35. I guess do you think is there like a major shift that happens after that?
He just dropped off.
He did. He said bye.
How you gonna drop off when you ask him a question?
I can definitely if you
there
want.
You go. He back. He back. Go ahead. He back. Go ahead. Go ahead, Vince.
Come on, Vince. Get that Boost internet together over there, Vince. You still got that Boost internet.
I'm sorry that my sound had went out. I don't even know what the question was.
Ask him again, Cole. Go ahead.
So you've mentioned like this aspect of getting married before 35. Is it like I guess a major shift that happens at 35? Like I'm not understanding.
No.
In my experience, it seems like it's just easier to get married when you're younger. You don't have it, and for a lot of situations, it's about these bodies for men and women. It's about all these failed relationships that linger in your spirit that you don't even realize that you have until you're in another relationship. It's also the financial. I think it's just like shooting in the gym. LeBron has a totally different view of Savannah because he made her at 18. He probably couldn't marry someone and have as much respect now that he's a billionaire. He would be so worried about his money, worried about if she gonna use him. I'm pretty sure that man to give her anything she want because she was shooting in the gym. And so I think it's just the baggage. It's easier to get on the plane if you just got that carry-on, ain't it? You got a carry-on, a bag, a purse, a big luggage. You're dropping stuff as you go through the airport. You know how it is. You dropping your
Vince,
bag,
you getting good. It's getting good.
It's easy if you got that one little carry-on. Let's go. So
that's real.
That's what I mean now.
But do easy always mean good?
Yes.
What's the definition of good?
I'm not gonna say it's just more challenging. Even with me and my wife, it's challenging. We both have kids, so you got to deal with that. We both have some issues with our past relationships we got to deal with. We got to work through. You know what? It was a financial situation we have to work through. But when you coming up and you 22 and you just graduated from college and y'all can live in a little 1-bedroom apartment and share a car and I can work and we can save your money and in 10 years then we have time to love and be together. But now if you married 35, we got to have some kids because you can't have 5 kids at 35 or 3 kids. Now we got to hurry up. So that's just my opinion. I think it's just a lot easier now. It's especially the kids thing, and people don't want to be honest about that. That's challenging because most of these relationships, these older relationships, is breaking up because of these damn kids. Because a certain man don't want the opinion of another man in his household. Then if you have some more kids, they feel in a certain way. I go through it every day.
Especially if they kids bad as hell. Ugh, can't stand other people's bad kids.
And then I just think when you partner with somebody and y'all get it together, that mindset really becomes it's ours. Instead of you bringing something to the relationship that nobody helped you get, and now you got to share with that person. It's like it's on both sides. You know, I have a doctor friend of mine. She met her husband while she was in, I think, her first year of medical school. She's a very big wig at DMC, but her husband was the one that was helping her study at night. Her husband was the one that was paying all the bills so she could actually finish her in medical school. She would not have been a doctor if it wasn't for his help. But you don't know what she could have known. She wouldn't have been a doctor if it wasn't for his help. So it's a certain value that they come together. It ain't her check, it's their check. It ain't no yours and mine, it's ours.
That's real.
Are they
Meaning,
black?
meaning Cole. That means you better get together quick, Cole. Get together, baby girl.
Are they black?
Wait a minute. What you trying
they're
to
black.
say?
Cole, what's
Yes,
your
they're black.
next question, Cole? What's your next one?
Yeah, go and run them
they're
down,
black.
Cole. Then
Go
we
ahead,
up out
Cole.
here.
Cole. Go ahead, Cole.
I was
Run
gonna
them
say
down,
one.
Cole.
Vince, you know you ain't
Hold
quick,
on, Vince. Let her
Vince.
get
I
this
want to
out.
say one last.
We don't want to hear about the
Go
lawyer
ahead.
right
No,
now.
he can go ahead.
Go
He
ahead,
can go
Cole.
ahead. He gonna forget. Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
Cole.
Go ahead, Cole.
We rapping after this. We taking
Oh,
closing
okay,
after this,
okay,
Cole. We taking
okay.
closing after this. Go ahead.
So my other question is, I guess related to the topic. It seems like is the agreement here that ambition in this context was always like in relation to like money? That's the vibe I got.
Well, it's all like I said. A lot of times, Cole, it is based on money. Like I said, so the first video, you know, where she's saying that the man is essentially taking care of the whole operation at the house. So he funding the kids, funding her, funding the household bills and everything else. And she's still saying he's not ambitious enough and she wants more. So clearly when I hear that, I know that is financially based. So when I hear that, I think she want to take more trips. She want to drive more Mercedes. She want to
go to
do the
St.
material
Mark for vacation instead of Disneyland and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's typically financial when you hear that, because I said, once again, if he's funding the operation, then essentially you're living cost free. So whatever income she's generating, she can literally do whatever she want to do with it. So if you still saying that this dude needs to be generating more or doing more, then it's definitely clearly financial. You know what I'm saying? When we start talking like that, when he's already extending all his money out to run the operation anyway.
By the way,
Okay.
to add a caveat to it, the irony of it all is he pays all the bills, and she said she feels some type of way because she makes more money than him. Right.
Well, that was kind of. Well, I'm happy you said that. So I want to just, as a person I've recently come into contact with, who's really challenged me to review the words that I use. Ambition that I see is defined as a strong desire to do or achieve something, typically requiring determination and hard work, and also the desire and determination ach- to achieve success. So with that, when you're talking about this recent example, it seems like the basis on what the goal is and what they're trying to achieve is obviously different. So with that, it's like this whole topic and overall, it's like it's a foundational question of really what is the goal? What are we achieving? If we're not in alignment in that foundation, then we're already moving the wrong way.
Ding, ding, ding. We talked about that in the beginning.
I don't disagree with that, Cole. But I think the other piece in there is and this is what we touched on earlier as well. We're redefining a lot of things. Yeah, you just read the definition, but people use that word and that's not what they mean. They're not following the definition. Typically they following how they feel about the situation or what their perspective is on the situation, right? Yeah, so once again, like I said, when we're talking about a man who essentially, and like I said, this is the thing. I think this is the thing that sometimes I feel is really a problem. Sometimes we just don't consider what these men are doing. Like we don't consider it. Like we talking about a man, let's just be real. Yeah, we talking about a man who is going to a job to take the money that he is earning to spend it on everybody else. Let's just be real. Yep, and at the end of the day, we know most people don't want to do that. Yep, nobody wants to go to a job and work hard and make their money and then just go spend it on everybody else. Now, they will because they need to. They will because they have to. But if most people out here in this world, be honest, they don't want to go spend no money on nobody. They want to spend it on themselves. Yeah, so when we got a man who is going out here tearing his body up, I don't know what his profession is, but I don't care what your profession is. You doing tearing your body down in some facet. If it's your brain, your physical muscles, whatever it is, you tearing something down. This man is going to a job every day, tearing his body down to earn money to come take care of some kids and a wife. And your response to that man is he ain't ambitious enough. You want more. It's like, what do you think that does to that man? Like, what? How do you think that makes him feel? Like, how would you feel if he flipped that and he told you that? Like, yeah, I know you go to work every day. I know you tired. I know they running you up and through there, but you could do more. Like, y'all would have a problem with that. Y'all would be pissed. Y'all would be ready to divorce that man.
There's men that do say that though to women.
They'd be like,
there's men that say that, especially the women that stay at home and watch their kids. There's a lot of men that say
women drag that dude for filth though. That's the difference. Like if a man
men do it too. Let's not get it.
No, what I'm saying is, but he'll be checked like expeditiously. He would be like if a guy said, I get it. You have to tuck the kids into bed. You have to work today, but I don't like how you giving fellatio. Like you could do better. You know? What I mean?
Yes. Even the men would be getting on him.
Yeah, they'd be like, "How dare you?" They like,
I'm so confused.
Like, you think this the color purple?
And I'm confused on the whole topic now because you said what? I'm so confused now.
No, I'm saying in the inverse. Like if the woman,
what he's saying.
Yeah, I know she's playing coy. She's being naive. I get it.
I don't know. I couldn't hear you. All I heard was sex, and I lost track.
That's your mind.
I'm not naive, but I'm so confused.
No, what I'm saying is
the microphones be doing stuff. She might have missed what you were saying.
Can you repeat what you said one more time?
No, I'm saying if it was the inverse, where a guy was like, yeah, I know that you watched the kids today. You bathed and clothed the kids you put them into bed, and I know you worked a 9 to 5 shift today, and I know traffic is bad, but I don't appreciate it. Like I know you could do better when it comes to fellatio or something like that. That's what I'm saying. Like no woman would tolerate that. It wouldn't even be up for debate. They'd be like, "Girl, you need to leave him." Like, oh my god, can you imagine? He don't even help around the house or whatnot. He like stuff like that. That's what I'm basically saying, right? The effort. You don't get that? I know you're cheesing. You know what I'm talking about.
The effort of head. I got it.
No, she's stuck on the sex part. She said it the first time. She
heard you,
but she was stuck on the sex part. She heard you, but she's stuck on.
I was just giving an example.
I can't get past that. You're right.
But I'm gonna say something too. And I'm gonna agree with Beatboxer on this one. Sometimes he just ain't the one, so it'll never be enough.
Bingo.
He didn't make you tingle.
Thank you, Vince. I appreciate you.
And a lot of people just don't want to say, well, I married him because, and I get it. I married him because I already had a child and he was a nice guy. And he seemed like a good guy, but the dick wasn't never no good.
Man, we got to get up out of here, man.
Or a dude to say, I just married her because she had my baby. She was never no homemaker. She always gave them kids some Doritos and a Juicy Juice. I thought she was gonna change, and they don't change.
No, you ain't lying. We got to get up out of here, man. See, I'll be trying to stay on track. Y'all done made me go. We got to take some clothes.
Oh, wait. Cole ain't got no more questions.
I hope she was good.
I didn't have no more questions, but I had some thoughts about the person that I would. My preferences of the person that I would like. So
let's hear
it. Hold on for the no. I'm gonna let her do that in her clothes, and we'll respond to her. I just want to get the clothes, and we'll start moving. I'm gonna come across top, and then we're gonna come across. I know Cole gotta put her pieces out. Go ahead, Coco. We're gonna take some clothes, and then I'm gonna come to Cole so she can say what she want to say.
Man, I'm done with y'all. I'm done with y'all. I'm glad Janice back though, girl. Come on back because we be,
For sure.
we miss your voice. We miss your voice on the panel. But yeah, no, honestly, guys, for real, like I pretty much said what I needed to say. I just think that if we stop projecting our stuff on other people, a lot of these issues wouldn't this wouldn't be. They just wouldn't be. Like, accept a man for who he is. And if you can't accept him for who he is, he's probably not the guy for you. And that's okay. Move around. Let's normalize not wasting our time. If listen, I know Johnny said she kicked him to the curb. I can respect that. I have a level of respect for that because it's like, look, if he ain't what you want, then go ahead on and move around. Throw him back. Somebody else might pick him up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I would tell men to do the same. If she's not what you're looking for, stop trying to change her. Stop saying she ain't ambitious. She ain't this. She ain't that. She just ain't for you. So go on and throw her back and move around. You know, like I think that's where we're at with this. And please, by all means, for the love of God, please stop running to the internet, Black women. Please stop running to the internet. We do not want to know all your thoughts. We don't want to know all your thoughts. Some of the thoughts need to stay up in your head. Please stop doing that. Please stop.
Or with a therapist.
Because y'all using y'all therapists. Y'all want to now. Your girl said she don't want to hear all that. Take that to the therapist. But y'all use us for y'all therapists. Now I'm on my TikTok feed scrolling, and now I got to be hearing you telling me about something I don't want to know about that really ain't none of my business. This ain't your online diary. You know, like, keep some of them thoughts in your head. We don't need to know all of it.
Okay, that's real. I appreciate that right there. Janice, you want to say anything if we get out of here?
Well, if it makes it anything better about the topic, my ex-husband was not Black, so that should make it, so we can't say that he was a Black man and he wasn't ambitious. He wasn't Black. So, Black man, that's a good thing for y'all.
Woo, we made it. We in the clear.
But he was a man of color. He was a man of color.
He was a man of color, but Islanders are so different. They're different, right?
Where was he from? Just
he was Guamanian and Filipino.
Guamanian.
So more Asian and more Asian.
Yeah,
Filipino.
Guam. Yeah.
Black. Oh, Guam.
He black.
Okay.
But I don't know. Black men are.
Are you military?
I was in the military.
Okay, that makes sense. That's why. Okay.
You over here analyzing me? Go
no,
ahead.
I mean, why? What Black woman finds a man from Guam like that? You have to be military.
Janice.
You will have to be military. That's like,
Yeah, that's the military piece. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else, Janice? I know you weren't down
I think
here,
men are very. I don't know. I see a lot of ambitious Black men, so I don't know. I don't have nothing to rebuttal on this. There's a lot of ambitious Black men, so I don't know what to tell you. I don't have a rebuttal on that. My thing would be, I need you just to make a little time for me. That's about it. Some men are a little too ambitious at this point. I just need a little time, just a little time. Give me some time.
What does it say? No good deed goes unpunished.
What that mean? What that mean in that context?
Meaning that you're saying you're a little bit too ambitious, right? So it's like, how are you gonna punish a man for being too ambitious?
It's not punishment. I got needs.
Not literally, but just saying in proverbially, like, don't be too ambitious. I need to have some more time.
Hey, Ezra, you missed it. She said she needs time. Remember, she was stuck on something before. You
right.
But
then if y'all cuddling,
I don't know if he know, but when you in your 40s, my testosterone level is to the ceiling.
I feel you. I know. I understand. Like, what I'm saying is, like, he'll say, "Oh, I need more time." But then if y'all cuddling,
I don't know what to tell you, baby.
Out of the week, and if Netflix and chill, then be like, "Oh my God, why you always up under me? You always up under my ass?" Like,
She ain't gonna have no problem with nobody chilling, man. She good with that. I understood what she meant. We gonna keep going. Civil, it's on you, man. Go ahead, man.
First off, let me say tonight's episode was hilarious. For real. Like, Janice, I know I had a lot for you. Like, I came at you for the moments I did speak tonight, but ultimately I do respect you, your opinion, And I think that you actually, brought up some good points. So it's all in love. I say that to say that. Ultimately, I do think ambition is lacking just within men in general. Within the black male space, it seems to be more prevalent because our numbers are so much smaller, and the idea that we just don't have exposure to certain things that other people do have, like a strong cultural background, the ability to kind of be able to have positive influences and role models that are within that sphere of influence that they deal with and that they have. So ultimately, I do think that we're not as ambitious as we could be, but I do think it's from a lack of opportunity and understanding. Ultimately, though, the women that were used in the videos that were used to kind of show the lack of ambition basically showed why they had the type of men that they did have, or why they were incapable of getting the type of men that they wanted. The fact that she got on the internet and would say these things about her husband, knowing that it would eventually get back to him, and have no fear of reprisal, no fear that he would leave, no fear that he would go ahead and smash her friends to prove a point to her. That is like very indicative of the predicament that he put himself in with her. The faster he gets away from her, the better his life will be. It's a lot cheaper to pay for yourself and your own biological children than some mystery woman and the kids that you did not provide the seed for. Ultimately, though, great episode. I think Beatboxer has a couple of letters he would like to use that I think most black men are going to start jumping on sooner than later. But ultimately, love the episode, love the energy. Having more women on the panel is a definite win.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's always a good time when we got the crew together. So no, definitely great conversation. Beatboxer, man, it's on you, man. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, I would like to echo Sybil. Like, it's great to have women on the panel. Shout out to Johnny's. I'm actually from DMV. I live in Maryland, so in between Baltimore and DC. So yeah, it's a little bit different. The caliber of man's a little bit different here. We want a little bit more. But I'll say this. I'll push back on what Civil said a little bit. I think there are black men who are ambitious. You just don't see them. They move more in silence than other groups of people. And I think that's kind of what the issue is. You aren't going to see a lot of us flashing money. You're not going to see a lot of us in forward-facing stuff. We're going to be in the background doing what we got to do. And I'm saying we because, listen, I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I'm going to sound more like Vince. Ain't no bum. I got my first house when I was about 24, right? I'm doing all right, especially in my state. My state is a pretty. You gotta make money to get to
Just in general.
Yeah, you just in Maryland.
As a man under 40.
What state are you in?
In Maryland. I'm in Maryland.
Oh, I just left there.
That's
Okay.
one of the richest states actually too.
Yeah, it's one of the wealthiest states in the nation. So I'm doing all right. But you're not going to see me like flashing my money, saying, "Hey, look at me," right? And I'll say this too. I know Sybil kind of said this, but I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say the letters. But listen, ladies, about the numbers from black men, especially, have upticked in marriage lately. About 40% of us now are getting married. And the numbers for the women that look like us have gone down. So I'm just telling y'all got to get this together because there's going to be coming time. It's going to look like Britain. Just ask JR. It's going to look like that, where black men are getting married and our women are not. So I'm just saying, get it together now.
Hold on now, B-Box. Just like I see y'all with the white women, I see a lot of black women with white men now. It's a lot of black women with white men. Let's not get it twisted.
Under the guise of darkness, you mean? Like
no, it's a lot of black
but
men.
But they're not marrying them. That's the issue.
Yes, they are. So, white men love some black women.
Janice, I will say there is a percentage. So this is the thing with percentages. There's an uptick, but it's about 1.5% of marriages are black women, white men. White men are not marrying y'all.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. It's just that black women.
No. Let me tell you.
Black women still be trying to hold out for black men.
No, they don't. Don't tell that lie. Don't tell that lie.
With your Guamanian man, don't be out here saying.
Can I go ahead and jump in?
We gotta end
Can I
this.
go ahead and jump in?
Let me let B-Box finish.
They charge you extra. Price, ain't they charging you extra?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Let me let B-Box finish.
Yeah,
Go ahead, B-Box.
all I'm saying is that this conversation does open up things where
you just went on mute, man. Come off mute. Come off mute, B-Box.
He good.
My bad. All I'm saying is that the two videos that we watch are indicative of what black men hear, yet we are getting a lot of women to marry us who aren't black. It's not the inverse is not really happening that way. So that's all I'll say is this. You have to, if you don't have you need to have leverage. If you don't have the leverage, you could say all the things you want to say, but it's just not happening. White men are not marrying black women like that. They'll screw you. In fact, they'll have babies with you. There's about 2 million half black babies out there
from black women
with white guys. That's happening a lot, but it's a weird stat. Y'all should look at that.
There's more interracial babies by black women than there is
than black men. Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird stat.
Where y'all get that from? The CDC? Where y'all get your numbers?
Yeah,
from?
The CDC.
Oh, let me
Yes.
look at the CDC numbers.
I can get you the link next time.
I haven't seen them numbers. Even in the
fact,
military,
go
you
to-
see
go
a
to-
lot
go
of
to- no.
interracial black men leaving they white women with them babies. I see
No,
a
it's
lot of
not.
that.
You're thinking every situation is waiting to exhale.
Just go to.
I
just
live
go
in
to-
a lot of cities, and that's what
just
I've
go-
seen.
So just go to the CDC, but also go to black demographics. You'll see like the money. You'll see
Did
all
the
that
CDC
stuff.
put them numbers in there?
They always do. That's what they do.
You know it's true because it's the white man stats. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm not saying
we gonna keep going. B-Box, you good, man?
B-Box said, hold on.
Go ahead,
He
Vince.
said, hold on.
Nah,
Go ahead, Vince. It's on you, man. Go ahead.
I will say my daughter goes to a school where it's a lot of swirl, and a lot of it is black women with white men. It's a Christian school, a private Christian school, but they not marrying baby mamas. They're not marrying a 32-year-old girl that got 2 black kids. They're not raising them black kids. They have their kids. See, that's the difference. Yeah, they might marry black women, but they're not marrying 70% of y'all because some of y'all got kids. So you got to put that in there too. But to say that don't mean nothing. But black men aren't ambitious. I think that's an individual thing. And I think that if we talked more initially, then we would know a person's ambition if we really paid attention and was really intentional on our dating. But I think a lot of these times, with this ambition question, a lot of these women think they're going to change a man. Oh, well, I know he work at Ford, but if I marry him, he'll be a truck driver. People do it all. Oh, I know she already clean the house, but when I marry her, she'll be a homemaker. She a cook, ain't never cooked. So a lot of it is, a lot of times it wasn't right in the first place. It wasn't gonna work out any way it went. So my thing is, let's be intentional, Johnny's. Let's know what we want. Let's know what we really want. Oh, well, you got to know what you really want out here. Then you just might get it if you know what you really want. And stop, but and men do it too. Oh, well, she cute, so I'll just take the fact that she don't do this and just play around with it and do this and waste a bunch of time.
That's real. Okay.
So, but I agree with B-Box. If you don't make a tickle, if you don't make a woman tickle, I don't know if she's staying in 2026. I don't know if she's staying unless you got Jeff Bezos' money. But if you're an average guy, and the sex ain't good, she could do bad by herself.
Wow. Okay.
Sorry.
It is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, let me I'm trying to see who I need to go and get this next one off. Is it Cole or say your name again for me, man?
Azrael.
Is it Azrael? Is it Cole? Cole, I'm gonna let you pick. You want to go ahead and get it since you next in line, or you wanna let my man go ahead and close, then you do your
You can go ahead. You can go ahead. It's fine.
Okay, Azrael's on you, man. What you want to say in closing, man?
Okay, so I came in late. I appreciate you guys having me on. The premise of the stream was black men are, they're not as ambitious or need to be more ambitious, right? But if we were to reflect on the last year in this economy, in the American economy, we know the job market is bad. Black women lost almost 500,000 jobs last year, right? Calm down, Janice. Calm down. Think happy thoughts. Think happy thoughts. Because I'm going somewhere with this.
I'm listening.
At this point, and I'm saying this proverbially, beggars can't be choosers, right?
I thought you was going to add to that context. There's a
Yes.
context to that. Black women have lost jobs, but what has Black women done? And because of that, Black women have opened up a lot of their own businesses and started their own practices. Their own businesses. So let's add context to that. Black women own a lot of their own businesses because they ain't about to rely on everybody else.
Let me land the plane before you.
No, you're gonna add some seatbelts.
Let me land the plane before you Al Qaeda the plane. Let me land the plane. She's like, this is a hostage. It's a hostile takeover. Let me
come on, man. Janice don't play, man. She don't play, man.
Right? With that being said, like I said, beggars can't be choosers. So, did Black male unemployment rate go up slightly, but not as much as when it came to Black women? Why? Because we know two main sectors that Black women occupy: the service sector and the government, right? The major ones. With that being said, it would behoove Black women to be able to say, you know what? The job economy, the way the economy is going, especially with AI, especially with automation, collectively, they should have the hindsight and say, you know what, maybe I should need to work it out with a man because I don't know where this economy is going, right? It will behoove you. The last thing you would say is to say niggas are lazy, right? Or niggas don't lack ambition. It would make sense to say, you know what, let me just find a guy that has at least a pension pimp, you know what I mean? Pension pimping, or has a nice little city job and make it do what it do, right? So my thing is this. Another thing too, my last thing. If we're going to go according, people say, oh, Black men are lazy, white, and be like, okay, why do you say that? Oh, because they don't make as much money as quote unquote white men, even though it's only like a 10,000% difference, right? So you're telling me there's only a $10,000 difference of ambition between white men and Black men, right? And then we don't make the least amount of money. It's Hispanic dudes, but they Jorge can go and sell mangoes, and Maria's not going to say he lacks ambitions. She's going to be out there selling mangoes with him. When he comes back from working, cutting grass and stuff like that, he'll come back home to a nice hot meal, and his kids are going to respect him, right? They're not going to say, oh, you lack ambition. How come you didn't get us our citizenship yet? Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, right? It's all about perspective at the end of the day. So when we say certain things and we say Black men are lazy or need more ambition, and as women, they're not reflective of their situation in America, that may be a cause for concern of you need to see what you're dealing with, because it's only going to get worse. If you've been kicked out of the government, the public sector, and automation is coming in, you gotta be able to get an umbrella because the rain is coming. You know what I mean? But that's all I have to say with that.
Real quick. Black women are among the fastest growing groups of entrepreneurs in the USA. Historically, Black women have seen some of the fastest growth rates in business entrepreneurship. So when you add the numbers of us getting laid off, no. When you add the numbers of getting laid off, it's true, right? That is a truth to that, right? Because we come with our hard work in our mind, and they always underpay us, under the white woman, under the Black man, and everybody else. So what you got to do? So let's just make sure we add that in there. Yes.
But don't you think that's interesting?
The biggest group of entrepreneurs.
So two things.
So Black men are still the biggest of the entrepreneurs.
You notice when it comes to Black women's wages, they said it's because of, this is the whole thing of intersectionalism. Oh, it's because they're a Black woman or they're a woman that they're not getting paid. But when it comes to Black men, it's, oh, they don't have the ambition.
No, I just said Black men still have the highest entrepreneur over a Black woman.
No, but if we're going according to your logic, then that would dictate that we're not as lazy, or we don't.
I never thought you guys lazy.
No. If we're gonna go according to say that we're not being paid as much, Black women are not being paid as much, right? That was your statement. then that would dictate then that black men do have some kind of ambition if we're paid more than you guys.
You guys do have ambition.
No, but I mean, you. That was the whole topic of the.
Yeah, but I support black men.
No, Ezra, she agreed with you, but there's two minds of this. There are black women who are doing entrepreneurship, but entrepreneurship generally fails. So I'm just gonna be honest here, and I'm not saying just black women. I'm talking about anybody.
Yeah.
Right. So let's just be honest here. I'm not trying to poo-poo what black women are doing because the economy is shifting, as Ezra said, it's shifting to different ways, and people got to do different things. They just have to. But entrepreneurship it's like a 5% success rate. So let's just be honest here. I'm not saying people don't do it, but it's real low, and you got to have a backup plan. You just have to. So that's all I'm going to say about that too. Black folks, be careful when you do that.
One last thing, I just you got to put in perspective percentages, right, Johnny? And I'm not saying that what you're saying is necessarily totally wrong, but if I have 10 women and I have 30 men, and 8 of those women were workers, right? But then they become entrepreneurs, but 25 of those men become entrepreneurs, right? And then there's only 5. That number of 8 out of 10, because it's less people, that percentage is going to be higher, because you can say out of those 10, 8 of them became entrepreneurs. So it looks like it's 80% compared to if I say 15, like 10%, 10 of the men that were workers out of the 20, they become business owners. Then you can say, that's 50%. And it's like, 80% of black women have an 80% rate of starting businesses compared to black men, which is 50. Like, people don't put in the numbers in perspective, if that makes any sense. You got to look at the numbers a certain way. It's not, you understand if that makes any sense?
Well, I mean, I'll say this just to respond to the whole entrepreneur piece. So I understand what Janice is talking about, right? So she's right in that. So we had massive layoffs that came through that hit industries that largely, affected a lot of black women. And a lot of those black women, as a fail-safe or a backup, did pivot to entrepreneurship. But at the same time, we also have to keep in mind that most entrepreneurial ventures are still economy-based. So if the economy is at a bad point, then that's going to affect how successful your entrepreneurial venture is, right? So everybody can go be an entrepreneur. Yeah, but everybody can go get an LLC and start a business and start whatever people selling these days, lashes, bundles, whatever they selling, right? Everybody can do that. But if the economy is bad and people have to make a decision if they're gonna buy groceries or if they're gonna buy bundles, might be a little issue there, right? so we just got to keep that in mind. So I'm not mad at anybody starting a business, but once again, depending on what industry or space you're in with that business, that can definitely affect your outcome or your success level in that business. If we're just gonna be honest, that's just how it works, right? So it is what it is. But I understand exactly what Janice is talking about. She's right in that. So I understand that. All right, let me come over to Cole. Cole, it's all on you, Cole. I know I've been holding you up all night. It's all on you. Go and say what you want to say. Then once you're done, then we gone. Because y'all done took me past my 10:30. I'm supposed to be out here by 10:30. Go ahead, Cole. It's on you.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So in terms of, I think what were we talking about earlier? Like
a whole bunch of stuff.
Yes, like the characteristics of the person I was looking for or whatever.
Right.
The income restriction, the income minimum. I mean, I would prefer 70K. Thinking about retirement, what that will look like. With somebody. Would I stay home at a certain point? Maybe, but I don't. Me personally, I just haven't experienced that, so I really don't know what that would look like in my case. I've always worked, so I mean, there might be some additional discussions around that, but I will say, within the past, I would say at least since 2022, since I've left Michigan. I mean, I've been exposed to different perspectives and people, and ultimately, I don't mind like being home, like caring for the home, cooking and all of that, I don't mind that. I don't have issue with that. I actually enjoy it. I think given my age group and all what's going on, it's just finding a person who can appreciate that as well.
Do you feel
Another
black
question.
men aren't ambitious, or are they ambitious, Cole?
Ambitious in the terms of like making money.
Cole.
What?
What other ambitions
What?
could there be?
Oh,
Hold on.
Cole. I'm
Let
not
Wait,
him
going
have
wait, what
this.
I do?
Go ahead, ladies. Go ahead, Janice. Go ahead,
Cole,
Janice.
are black men, Cole, are black men ambitious to you in general? Let's just put it in a general box for you.
Yeah, I don't. They are. What?
Okay.
I want you to find one that you're 32, Cole. What happened?
Huh?
You 32. What happened?
Ooh.
No, he didn't.
I'm staying out of this.
Okay. No, he can go. He can ask. He can ask. I don't care. Damn.
All right, so let me be very all right. Let me put it down a little bit.
It's fine, but I
Let me because I don't mean as a diss.
I know.
I'm being
It's
very
fine.
serious because I like
look,
Nicole a lot. But I'm saying like you're in your 30s now.
Mm-hmm.
What has happened that because I'm assuming you like black men. I assume I could be wrong. It's fine. I've told you you should open up your options. I told you that.
I know,
So,
but
what's happened where you're kind of in your 30s and now what's going on? Is it the men? What's going on? What's going on there?
That's interesting. If I think back, I mean, I feel like really the time since I left Michigan, that's the only time that really count. Like everything before that's too much was going on. So since I left, and the people I've dated, at least one in particular, the issue was one, I moved. that I did move. And I that was different. We didn't agree in terms of what like potentially living together would look like. Like, and for his culture could have something to do with it. So he's Ghanaian. So I don't know if
What's that? Is that above the Brazil or is that the Africa one? Which one is what's the difference?
that's West. That should be West Africa.
You dated a Brazilian dude?
No,
No,
above
Ghanaian.
Africa is Guyanese, right?
Ghanaian, yeah.
And then you're talking about Africa, though, right?
No,
Yeah.
well, Guyana is like, I think it's
No, not Guyana.
Yeah, Ghana.
No,
You're talking
she's
about
talking
Ghana.
about. She said Ghana. Guyana is in South America, though, but
Okay, she's talking about Africa one. Okay,
right.
Okay.
So
I gotta take a call.
So I think with him it was just we didn't. I don't think we agreed with what the life would look like me being under like his roof. Like I definitely would have to. I think when it came to spending, no matter like how big or small, like it was like a lot of questions. And I'm like, I didn't mind, but I think it was for me. It just seemed a little excessive. Like
he was like, "Cole, why is the jollof not ready? I have worked all day. Where is my jollof?" He's like, "Why are you running? Why are you running?"
I can't deal with you right now.
You on mute, Cole. You just muted yourself.
I'm muted because I live near a air base, so they're still flying planes this late. It's 8 o'clock and they're still flying. I don't know why. But anyway. Oh no, you're good. So that was the issue with him, and then also like the part he did work, like he work ethic was solid, is solid. Like money was not a problem. But I think that like his dynamic, it just didn't really work for me. Like it was just too many questions. So I didn't really agree with what life would look like under his roof.
Sound like he was running a tight shift.
So, which I was fine with because I also dated someone who was Nigerian and then somebody who was Liberian. So I, at that point, like while I was in Jersey, like I got used to that. Like I got used to being on a schedule, understanding how to make different cultures like food. Like I got used to it. So that part was fine. But I just think with him in particular, it was just like he asked all the questions and I kind of couldn't. And then when it came to just like relationship aspects, it's like he wasn't really opening up to me either. So I was like, so what am I supposed to do?
This just goes to show you, FBA black men are some of the most endearing, egalitarian men out there because they're not on no questions, don't ask no questions. I'm giving the directions. They're gonna actually negotiate. They want to hear what you got to say. Like black men in America are not on that. Like I don't want to, like women are to be seen, not heard type stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it was weird. So like, even when I tried, like I remember I started to draw the line when I started to ask him questions like, okay, well, how would you would you like, when would you like to eat dinner? Did you want your dinner this time, blah, blah, blah. Like, I wasn't getting details on how to make his food either. So I was like, okay, I don't understand what you're expecting me to do or be as like a woman here. Like, I feel like he just wanted a person that just couldn't talk. Like, he wanted a female, but just she can't talk. So I couldn't get with that.
Plot twist, you guys. I'm the honorary tether on the panel, right? My grandfather is Jamaican. Let me tell you something. That dude
I can't hear what he's saying.
You can't hear me?
Can you hear him, Cole? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me, Cole?
You can't hear me?
I can't hear him.
Yeah, something happened. I don't know.
Happened.
I don't know. It's all good. We got to get up out of here anyway. We got to get up out of here. We got to get up out of here. All right.
Did I answer your question, beatboxer?
Yeah, you did, and I apologize.
I can't hear
me.
him. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Why can't I hear him?
That's weird. But you know me, Cole. I'm a little. I give you crap. I do like you a lot. I do hope good things for you. I know you probably didn't hear that, but yeah.
Appreciate that, man. No, Les, I know you always showing Cole love, man. So it's all family. It's all family on the panel.
When are you gonna be on the next time? Because
we are
working.
The time, or you talking about people in general, or when do we come back on?
Yeah, when do you guys come back on?
8:30 every Wednesday.
Okay, that works.
All right, cool. Yeah, no, definitely come back and check in with us, man. Like I said, we're here typically every Wednesday. Like I said, we'll take a day off here and there. We typically here every Wednesday, man. So definitely come back and check us out, man.
Okay, have a good night, you guys. Thank you for having me.
All right, you too. Appreciate you, man. Well, man, shout out to my panel, man. Shout out to Coco Cole. Shout out to Beatboxer. Shout out to Civil on earlier. Shout out to Janice coming back, joining us. Like I said, we appreciate y'all. Shout out to Vince as well. I think that was everybody. Yeah, shout out to Azriel as well, checking out with us tonight as well. Definitely come back, man, and join us on the panel, man. We appreciate you. But, man, we got to get up out of here, man. This is Kandid Konvos. We do this show every Wednesday night, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. We go live on YouTube and Facebook, so definitely smash that like button. Also, hit that share, hit that subscribe, man. We appreciate y'all holding us down and supporting what we do. But, man, with that being said, man, everybody have an awesome night. We're going to catch y'all next Wednesday.